You see, in 2025, if I see a married guy, I know there's something wrong with that guy. Yeah, he has not processed information enough.
So what is the reason for marriage then?
Delusion. The society right now does not support marriage. There was a time it did, but now it doesn't.
Don't you think we need culture?
I don't think about things to do with children and culture and what they will get. That's not the mind of a man.
What's in the mind of a man?
I mean, just to better yourself every day. The work of raising the kids belongs to the mother.
Yes.
Okay? If the father is in the picture,
Yes.
his influence is in that
Household.
that setup,
Yes.
then the kids are going to grow well.
So
The mother is the one who's supposed to know what's going on with the kid. You as a father, you're like a god. Your work is to be up there and solve problems, but
Okay.
on a very general level. God is a narcissist. He enjoys the suffering of the man through the woman.
Okay.
Bro, the first guy and the first Chile ends your courtesy. We didn't even wait till chapter 2. Chapter 1, this guy's already been a courtesan.
Kibe, have you ever cried your whole life?
Yes, I cried.
Why did you cry?
The last time I cried was 2011,
Why were you crying in
when one of
2011?
my Chiles died.
Okay.
And, then I was like, shit, what am I doing? Emotions are useless for a man. They have no value. They cannot help you.
Before the show starts, I have an apology to make. The audio in the first 30 minutes of this video is horrible. We simply forgot to press record on the audio recorder. Hopefully, you'll bear with us. Enjoy the show. Are you an uncle?
Yeah, of course, many times over.
Do your nephews or nieces?
No, I don't do those things. Those things are for guys like you from Shags who have to connect. I don't see the value of those kind of relationships.
When you grew up, you didn't have like a what do you call it? You didn't have a family. You know the way they say a village versus a family.
It was there. It was very strong, Kwanzaa.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then what?
There was my father, my mother, my sisters, and me, and then there was my mother's sisters and their husbands. Because my dad came from just only child.
Yeah.
So we would now go to have bashes with those people, until the women became crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm only wondering here then why you have a problem with being what those people are for you.
I mean, with who?
I don't know, with your nephews and nieces.
I mean, we don't talk with anyone anymore. So Kosan, see what?
Oh.
See what the whole family is Kosan.
Why was that?
I mean, it's just the devil. The devil came in the details.
Okay.
We started listening to the women. So the women started leading. And when women lead, every woman wants to lead because they don't understand what leadership is. And they are just fighting each other. And they fall on. And then now, there's also this thing called taking America and UK.
For school.
That's the fastest way to kill a family.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's for people to leave this country and go and try and be something else on the other side. So there was nothing to hold on to here.
Yeah.
Because all of us were just leaving.
Yeah, no identity to.
I mean, who's going to continue the bashes?
Yeah, nobody.
Yeah, nobody.
Is that why you came back?
No, that's not why I came back. Come on.
I mean, you probably came back to try and revitalize your connections.
To be very honest, I've been asked that question many times.
I don't need you to answer what you told the other folks.
I'm
in relation to the family.
No, not to the family. I wasn't coming back for family. I wouldn't do that. Yeah, that would be pure new of me. I felt like I had to come back, and I couldn't tell you why. Yeah, because in my head, when my YouTube was cancelled, I was like, okay, I'm being redirected now again. Yeah, what is the next move? Yeah, the next move is to do what? Is to leave. Yeah.
Was that like you hitting a reset button? Would you say that?
I wouldn't say reset. It's just the next thing to do. Yeah. You see the way I went to America? Now it was the time to go back to Kenya. Yeah. Yeah. And it was like when I went to America, I wasn't going to do YouTube. Yeah. I didn't know I was going to become YouTube successful there. Yeah. So I can't tell you that I plan to go do this. No. The same way when I came back to Kenya. I knew Africa was what I wanted to do. With the platform that I've been building. Yeah. But I couldn't tell you. It was like 10% of what I could see. 90% I can't see. Yeah.
You met many Kenyans in America when you were there. Do you feel, I consider you a successful Kenyan. And in this way, you built your life here. you went to America, you built your life in America, and you came back to Kenya. I feel like there's tons of Kenyans who are in America struggling to come back home comfortably, to turn their mind around to decide to come back home. Would you consider yourself successful in that way?
Oh yeah, very successful. I mean, living in America after 2.5 years, that's crazy. Who does that? And then you're coming back, you don't have a solid thing you're coming back for. You're just coming back to do the same thing that you did when you left here going to America.
Yeah.
So when you know how people, when we leave, you go to America, you don't know what you're going to do. You just know that you have to go there and be successful.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm not going back to Nyawea. Where do you come from?
I come from Kisi.
Yeah.
I come from Yesabako is the name of my village.
What's the name of the constituency?
Man. Werabu? No, North Mugirango.
North Mugirango.
Yeah.
Okay, that one we know. Yeah. So in your head, you're like, I'm not going back to the pit latrines of North Mugirango. Borabu.
Well, I think they say you leave home.
You're like, hey, bro, I'll do whatever it takes, but I have to wash the apps. Let me wash the apps.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Even when I was living in Kenya, I was going to America on holiday.
Yeah.
To come back after a month. I came back after 2.5 years. Yeah. 2 years or something like that.
So you basically had an extended holiday, and within that time you had some sort of semblance of success.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I was able to survive there. I was able to thrive. I traveled in America. I met a lot of people. I went for rugby, I think, twice.
Yeah, the Kenyan.
Yes, I did a couple of things that were on my bucket list. I watched MotoGP.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did a couple of things that I have always wanted to do. And then that America can talk. I bought my Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah.
Let's
put up a photo of Kibe next to his Tesla 50.
Let's do that. Edit it, please. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah. So I would say it was very. It was just the next thing to do.
So you talked here about Watua Ocha. I'm one of those Watua Ocha.
Yeah.
You always seem to have a problem with Watua Ocha. What is your problem with Watua Ocha?
Problem. Shida ni ujuaji bila ujuzi. Yeah. Like now we used to make fun of Watua.
Yeah.
Wanna come Nairobi. And I'm talking about Western. Unajua Watua ni hakuna watu wengine. Watua ni Western. Hakuna Watua kwenda Mombasa.
So Kamani is not Watua.
No, we don't know. No, those ones are not Watua ni Western.
Okay.
Mbele wote Watua ni Western.
So people like, I don't know, Kasmwe Magore.
Kasmwe, Yugi.
Yes.
Now these people, you now. Johnson.
Yes.
Yeah. So ni ujuaji bila ujuzi.
Would you rate there's this guy from Western he's an MP with shaggy hair, I forget his name. Let's put up a picture of that guy.
Which guy? Salasia.
Yeah, Salasia.
Yeah.
Would you consider him Kimbelembele?
Yeah, he's like Kimbelembele.
Okay.
Sana.
Okay.
And kwa maana anaokotwa na mademu kuingia. Because some of them come to town.
Yeah.
They come to town and now they want to do everything they think the people of town are doing. Na wanakama sasa wanachukua malaya wa town. Na sisi tunaangalia tunasema bro, hao ni malaya.
Yeah.
Sisi hata watu wa town tukuzangi. Lakini yeye anagambo ni tukua niko na girlfriend.
But then how they know? How they differentiate that this is the proper person to be with and this is the malaya?
I mean, for me, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I just like making fun of them. Yeah, because I'm watching from a distance. These are not my buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not like trying to help a guy.
You have friends who are from Mocha?
They have to first year watch lazima iwatoke.
They have to
ukiona Oyugi hapa amepiga shower, is clean.
Yeah. Let's put up a picture of Oyugi next week.
Very nice. Very nice. Clean. Yeah. Watch him talk. So that watcher mentality has to leave you.
Yeah.
Because it's very dangerous.
What is the watcher mentality?
It's the one that I must win.
Okay.
So every game you play with that guy, he must win. Whether he has to kill you or put you under the bus, he must win. And you see, life is not about must win. Life is about you enjoying the game. Because must win is very empty.
Competitiveness. Would you say that being competitive is a nice thing?
Yeah, but among peers.
Okay.
Yeah. So that we can help each other grow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do that. But outside here, we're competing this war, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that must-win mentality has these people. I mean, ukiangalia sasa, when was the first time you came to Nairobi?
Oh man, the first time I came to Nairobi, I was in class 8, 2003.
2003.
I came on a trip.
Yeah, you were in class 8.
Yeah.
2003, I'd already gone to India and I came back. I was working. Was I working? Had I said working? No, I was hustling.
Yeah.
I was a pool player.
Yeah.
So I'd go from pool hall to pool hall, playing pool.
Yeah.
Right? When you were in class 8.
I remember coming to Nairobi and seeing overpass.
Overpass, yeah.
I remember this guy said, "Tumepita Chobo."
Where?
I was so proud of myself, man. I remember seeing KICC. We came for music festivals, and I think we won or something. And there's this guy. So I was in class 8, and then there's this class 4 guy. They've closed school now. I was in a school in Kisii.
Yeah.
It's called Eronge. So he put up a picture of Eronge, guys. So the guy shows up when Funga Shule huko Kisii, so he comes to KICC. Man, I'm like, this guy is so young, but he was able to travel all the way from Kisii to Nairobi by himself, and he found his way here.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I was like flabbergasted.
It was like a maze.
It was, oh man, I was like, this must be something big. You know, I mean, how is he able to do this by himself? You know, he was an Nairobi guy, but he decided to go to study in Ocha because the parents believed in that school.
So when you came, you saw a wall, what is called? A concrete jungle.
That's what I saw. The next time that I properly came to Nairobi was in after. I mean, I came a couple of times, but I was visiting. So the next time I came by myself, I was after high school in 2008. I'd come to Win to Conquer. So I remember just taking a bus and coming to Nations, getting off at Central Police Station and walking down to Nation Center. Shaban Dego was my friend. I don't know if you remember the guy. He was a news presenter.
Yes.
And that guy introduced me to Nairobi, took me to all the rooms I needed to know, and made me who I am. I think I'm in the media business today because of him.
So you got the right guy to hold your hand.
I think so.
Yeah. So if you come from Sharks and you get the wrong guy, then you go in the wrong direction. But the right guy will help you get that Sharks mentality out, so that you can enjoy being whatever you are. Because you see, like, where the slums grew.
The slums grew because
there was a lot of rural to urban migration without a plan.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody just coming to Nairobi.
But what wouldn't I mean, they were unnecessary evil, I think.
Unnecessary or unnecessary?
And then necessary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, why?
They were needed, I think, because you needed these people to run the city. I feel like the people who live in those slums run the city or run the economy of Nairobi.
I mean, why are you living in a slum? You're living in a slum because you didn't have a plan.
I think then you see, back to the competitiveness of those people that we talked about who don't want to build proper housing.
The problem with our country is Nairobi, we concentrated all our development on Nairobi at the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay. So now everybody was just running to Nairobi. So they didn't have to have a plan. Just come to Nairobi, the plan will fix itself in Nairobi. So I understand that. Yeah. I get that. But it was our own planlessness that created the slums and now the places like Gidurayo and Bakassi where you see buildings and you're like, how did you guys build that? Who agreed for you guys to build a house like this? Yeah. If you look at a place like Buruburu, one of the best planned estates in Africa.
Back in the day, yeah.
Yes. I mean, there was a plan.
Yeah.
There was a plan. So where did we go wrong?
Can we find a picture of old Buruburu and current Buruburu juxtaposed them next to each other?
So now the Mzungu had created a very nice plan. As guys came, we rubbish that plan. And now we have Nairobi looking like a slum, all of it, because it is being swallowed up.
Is Sakaja a guy from Ocha?
I don't know.
Do you think he's doing the same thing to kill
But I have seen the people around him, and those are not Ocha people.
They're smart people.
No. You see, I'm not saying an Ocha person is a stupid person.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they're smart Ocha people.
They are more, would you say, been exposed for longer. So they'll probably build better houses, better roads, better drainage systems. Yeah, because of the exposure. Yeah.
Then why isn't that happening?
I think it's early days.
Okay.
It's early days. And
you think give them time? They're gonna do something?
I mean, these people look like just like me. They speak my language. Even I saw Sifuna's PA. Yeah. He's a Nairobi person. Sifuna is very sharp for him to do that. Because now he's created a hybrid system. Him from Ocha, and the Nairobi person is going to do wonders. You can see he's already growing.
I'm only thinking here that I've walked down the road driven down the road from a community to Haile Selassie when you go to join the expressway. And that road has been that way for like 5 years. I don't know if you heard where I'm talking about. Haile Selassie when you're coming out to community.
About railways.
Yeah, really.
Have you seen that Shimon has been there for how many years?
But yeah, I mean, that's what I'm wondering. If these people are smart, why do we have stuff like that? These people, I saw Sakaja walking in the streets of New York a few days ago, and he was walking there freely. But they don't even have sidewalks for people to walk down that street to.
How much work do you think there is in Nairobi right now?
What in terms of?
Think about it. We're having about 5 million people every day in the Nairobi.
Yeah.
How much work do you think these guys have to do? It must be such a job and a half.
Mm-hmm.
You get?
Yeah.
It must be such a huge responsibility to run because Kenya's economy, probably 50% of it is Nairobi.
Yeah, but I mean, there's bigger cities than Nairobi which run effectively.
Yeah, but some of them. But remember, you've been given a city that is how do you say it? It's unmanageable.
Mm-hmm. But being a manager and being smart, having smart guys around you, you kind of should be able to.
I'm actually thinking.
Mm-hmm.
The Nairobi city is actually too big to be managed by one governor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we should split it.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
So it's too big. So there's some roads that will never get fixed. Mm-hmm. There's some ideas that will never get implemented because it's too much. How many roads, bro? In Kilimani alone, there are more roads than probably in Bondo.
Yeah, true. But I feel like some of the roads are generally okay, but I mean, there's a bunch of roads which are pathetic. Let me ask you, would you want to be Nairobi's governor?
I mean, I know I'll do a kick-ass job because I know how it looked like and I know what we wanted to see. Mm-hmm. I know what the Mzungu had left.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we were born into it.
So I mean, I believe that you could be able to do it.
I would do a kick-ass job. I would do a very good job. So it's a very difficult job. It's an extremely difficult job.
What would you do differently? What would you do differently than the guy who's there right now to make it work? Can you put up a picture of Sakaja doing the Lazima work thing?
Yeah, but see, Sakaja came in as a politician.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as a politician, I don't think we expect too much from him.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's more politics. Someone like Kidero, who wasn't a politician, did more for Nairobi than Sakaja probably will ever do.
I also hear Kidero, dumped Nairobi into the wolves because he was so corrupt.
Again, people have to give the evidence about these things. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so for me, I talk about what I see.
Yeah.
I don't talk about what other people are saying.
Mm-hmm.
So, we need someone who doesn't sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need someone who is a guy of, is a teetotaler. Mm-hmm. Someone who's going to be up by 4 a.m.
Hey, it's been touted that your president doesn't sleep.
Yeah.
He is a teetotaler.
4 a.m. And 4 a.m, you're awake, your whole team is awake with you, you guys are working.
Yeah.
You're sleeping at maybe 10 or 11 at night. You cannot have a life and be a public official. It's impossible. You have to split those two. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So someone like, you cannot drink at just a loose drink. Today I'm going to have a loose drink.
Yeah.
No.
Do you think it's working? Whatever the guy at the top is doing.
Oh, like Ruto?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ruto is doing a good job.
Being a teetotaler, working up early.
Ruto is working.
Okay.
He's working.
And is it working? He is working, but is it working?
I mean, we just did, is it AFCON or Chan? We did
Chan.
People
made millions of shillings from him. Let's put up a picture of a poster of Chan or something.
Yeah, so Chan. So we had a successful Chan the other day. Mm-hmm. The Harambee Stars, they were promised something, they didn't give it.
I hope they were.
I mean, it's just the facts and figures, right? There's no hoping. They don't give it.
Okay.
Yeah. The stadium was looking good.
I had a problem with the promise that they can get houses though, because those houses are not his to give.
Come on, you guys are so petty.
No, I mean, it basically means
this guy can give you anything he wants in this country.
I mean,
I know you guys want to hold him down to two houses.
Give you a house wherever. He doesn't need to give you the government housing.
Me, if I'm president, you guys shouldn't be questioning me about that stupid shit.
Okay.
I'll give you whatever I want to give you. All of you. To help with you guys, I'll give these guys houses. I'll come and kick you out from your house.
Okay.
I'll give this guy.
Okay. Why would you do that? Why would you keep
because I'm president.
Okay.
Yeah, I decide what is best for the country. If I decide you're supposed to die, then go say hi to Walienda.
But is it possible that you are not infallible? You could be president.
I will make mistakes. I'll probably even kill some people who I'm not supposed to kill.
Yeah.
I mean, even God does that. God killed a lot of innocent people. I mean, just think about it.
And that's a nice comeback.
He did.
Yeah.
He said, once you see this plague, these people are going to die. That plague came back. Children were dying.
Yeah.
Children.
Yeah, they were dying for their father's mistakes.
God himself killed children, you know that?
Yeah, they were dying for their father's parents'
So
mistakes.
exactly. So I don't know whose mistake you're dying for.
Okay.
It may not be the one you have committed.
Yeah.
Somebody in your lineage probably fucked a child.
Okay. And then you're there to meet the justice.
For me, I'm just but God's hand.
Yeah.
To make sure I send you back to Him. So do you get my point? The thinking is we should not put a knife on the president's throat or any leader for that matter.
Okay.
Because there's some leeway they're supposed to be given to operate.
Okay.
Yeah. So when he says I'm going to give this guy, these are our brothers.
I mean,
why are we catching feelings and we didn't even want the houses in the first place?
I mean,
so now yesterday you don't want the houses. Today you're catching feelings about houses you didn't want being given to people. Why are you jealous? Ask yourself. I'm talking to you as a Kenyan.
Yes. I mean, I don't think Kenyans are jealous.
No. Why?
They are frustrated.
Take your time and think about what I've just said. Why are you jealous?
I am frustrated. I'm speaking on behalf of Kenyans. Why? Frustrated because this was imposed on me, and it was told it was going to be a fair competitive process for someone to get a house. And these guys are being told by the president, you know what, you're getting a house, everybody's getting a house. And yet there's millions of other Kenyans who are probably in line for those houses.
Where are those millions? Have you seen them playing football in the big stadium?
I mean,
why can't we be happy and support the president and tell the president, by the way, that's a good idea. In fact, why not give them houses even for their mothers?
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Why are we jealous? This is only 15 houses. Yeah. We should he has made thousands of houses. Tell him, hey bro, why not look for these people and their village mates and everybody who is attached to this person and give him a house.
Let us look at the ratio of the people who don't have homes to the ratio of
show me
these players don't live in the Pundo. They live
somewhere. Show me the ratio.
But then the players live somewhere.
No, where the ratio? You said let's look at the ratio. Where's the ratio?
Yeah, the ratio of people who don't have homes in Nairobi to the people who rent homes in Nairobi.
Like what do you mean when you say homes?
Owning a home versus renting a home. Renting a house.
Whose business isn't that your business?
Exactly. And the president has promised that he's going to make you own a home.
The president has not promised you anything. The president is building houses.
But wasn't the promise that...
The promise is that I shall build the houses.
Okay.
Now, whether you want to own a home or not, that is your business.
Okay.
Okay? So the president, his initiative is to build the houses.
Do you think there are people who want to own homes?
I mean, it's a very personal thing. All I'm saying is, out of their 1,000
that haven't gotten an opportunity to...
Bro, not everybody wins.
Okay.
You're trying to make everybody win. We're not a socialistic, society.
Okay.
Not everybody wins.
So
some people are going to lose. Some people are going to be homeless. Some people are going to be headless.
Yeah.
Not everybody wins.
But let me ask you, Kibe, why don't we take those homes and give them to the homeless people?
So list it up.
I don't know. There's homeless people.
List it up. Me, I know list your Harambe stars.
Okay.
Those ones I know.
We haven't asked them to come and register.
I know Harambe stars.
In fact,
what we should do is anybody who wins any medal or anybody who has won a medal for the last maybe since 1963.
Get a home.
Bro, zero fees on that home.
I think what you're saying is true, though.
Yeah. So we tell them, hey, you come here, John Gooby, Dan, give them a home. If they want to transfer that home to their mother or somebody else. But we should be in a celebratory mood.
Yeah.
Not this antagonism.
But
we have homeless.
They already got 2 million.
Where's the homeless list?
I don't have the homeless list.
But we have a list.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have a list of all these people, of the champions. So until you can get me your list, let me work on my list.
Okay.
Can we agree upon that?
Well,
can we at least agree that I'm going to work on my list? Because you don't have a list.
We can agree on the fact that there are players, not players, but national heroes who are struggling. I saw recently something on the newspaper of someone who won the Olympics gold medal in I don't know what year. Let's find that picture and put it up. And I think they were living in poverty. So people like
what's wrong with that?
I think they should be celebrated. Those should be celebrated because they.
No. You're getting it all wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you're in your feelings. Get out of your feelings because we should not be celebrating people because of the decisions they
make. But isn't that the same thing?
No, we're saying we should not be celebrating them because of the decisions they made in their life. Like, until now they fucked up somewhere and now they are homeless. And now let's go and help them out of their homeless. No, I'm not saying let's celebrate with these people who put Kenya on the map. Whether they are in a good place or in a bad place is none of my business.
Okay.
Yeah, you're in Sharia. Remember saying, you guys come on this and this day, we're going to have a Heroes Day, and we're going to celebrate all our people, and every person gets a house. Mm-hmm. We have more than enough land in this country to give everybody who has put us on the map a house. Okay. This is a no-brainer. Hiyo siku tunasumbuana. Kwanza nani kumuuliza wewe unatoka wapi? North Mugirango. We're building in North Mugirango. We'll give you a house there. Okay. And uchague ile nyumba unataka. I mean, think about it. We have to turn our mind from always fighting and being antagonistic to celebratory spirit. Yeah. We are celebrating because we have resources. Mm. We do. We're building Talanta Stadium. Have you seen it?
I've seen Talanta.
Day and night.
I've seen it. I've seen the cranes.
Day and night, my guy. In fact, they're building an exchange over there because of Talanta.
Yeah, the one they're building on Junction.
Yeah, at the Junction there. Yeah. A big exchange.
Yeah.
So there'll be no traffic there. We'll just be going around into Talanta. But in another 2-3 years, this country will look amazing.
Some places will look amazing.
I mean, this country will look amazing. No, people come from Uganda. You know, in Uganda, they're told, hey, if you want to go to, before you go see America, go to where? Go to Kenya. They are told.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, even you, when you came from Ocha, you were like, oh my God. But now you kuna kiburi you made America.
I mean, probably I'm more exposed. I mean, I would agree.
When I came back from Seto,
yeah.
I used the expressway. I remember when they were building the expressway.
Yeah.
It was such an inconvenience to us because my studio was somewhere in South Sea.
Yeah.
And I bitched about it a couple of times. This that name, Uhuru. And I came back and I was back on the expressway. This is my Nairobi.
Yeah.
It felt so good.
Yeah. Can we find a clip of Nairobi and put it up when
it felt so
down?
good? I was like, man, I'm finally back home. I like this. I enjoy it. Now, what else did I bitch about that was not real? I mean, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
And I started opening my eyes now to possibilities. When you come to a country like ours, it's full of nothing but possibility.
I think so too. That's why folks from the diaspora come, like from other countries, the West come over here and they establish.
They're bringing some UN money here, you know that.
Yeah,
a lot of UN money. So
yeah.
So guys,
time to make money for us too.
Exactly, but the opportunity exists if you reach out for it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the guys are going to pitch here.
So you give a lot of credit to the president, and I was thinking earlier about this thing they call noise versus signal ratio. Being that signal is the things that make sense and noise is the things that don't make sense. So the noise in your life and then signal is those things that make sense. And I think they were saying that I read somewhere that Elon Musk is said to have a very high signal and very little noise. Yeah. And so is Steve Jobs. He says Steve Jobs had a very high threshold for signal and very little time for noise. So I'm wondering, do you think your president has a very high signal? Threshold for signal and low one for
extremely.
Okay.
Probably on the same level as the other guys.
Okay.
You can see those people around us. Mm-hmm. These people are highly driven. These guys perform at a level that nobody else can perform. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if you're able to switch off. What do you call it? Switch off the noise.
Yeah.
And stay in the zone.
Mm-hmm.
If you could stay like now, that's why people take drugs, especially when they're doing like exams.
Yeah. Because you want a high signal.
You want a high signal, low noise. Mm-hmm. So you want to switch off all that noise. Your mother, your teacher, all those comments you read on Facebook, X, whatever.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend, the one who left you. All that noise remains in your head but now these guys are able to focus. Mm-hmm. And switch. And pretend like that never happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even for me, sometimes when I see my mind wandering, you can tell when your mind is wandering.
Yeah.
You can feel your mind moving away from whatever it is you're supposed to be focusing on. Mm-hmm. So you can catch your mind and tell you, come back here. Focus on this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So winners do that. So even in pool, you can tell a guy who has a lot of noise versus a guy who's on signal. Yeah. So I think that's
right. So let me ask you, how do you think we can turn off all the noise in our lives so that we can have more signal?
By forgiving the people who hurt you.
Okay.
Yeah. By being honest about first identifying the people who hurt you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Starting with your mom. Yeah.
Man, so, I feel like, we're going to come to that, but isn't it said that mothers are the most caring, most nurturing, and they would care for their children to their grave?
No, those are just stories.
Okay.
Yeah. most of the damage that is done to us as human beings is done by our mothers.
Okay.
And that is done because there's no protection from the father.
Mm-hmm.
So when the father is in the picture, he's supposed to protect the children against what the mom would do to the kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
So you find the kids who are raised by their mom alone, without the presence of the father, or at least the influence of the father, they tend to hate both parents.
Mm.
Yeah. So you start first with your mother because your mother is the one who is in direct contact with you.
Yeah.
But once you forgive her, then you realize you've been carrying around all this bullshit for all these years.
Mm-hmm.
Yet your biggest bully was your mother. And once you've dealt with your bully, who else matters in this world?
Okay.
I mean, just think about it. Like when you go to prison.
Yeah.
Have you watched those movies?
Prison Break.
Like when you go to prison, and then you look for the biggest bully.
Yeah.
And if you deal with him, you'll never have to deal with anybody else ever again.
You become the biggest bully.
Now you take exactly.
Yeah.
And who better to be a biggest bully than you?
Okay.
Because you're in control.
Were you ever bullied?
Impulse control, yes.
Have you ever been a bully?
I've also been a bully, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that affected you in any way?
Of course it
did. You forgive your bullies?
No, I can't remember my bullies.
Okay.
So it was just a phase of life.
Okay.
But I learned how now to be sneaky, to avoid, because when I was younger, I was very scrawny. I was a puny little thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I had
Can
to
we
learn
find
how
a picture of? Do we have that in the internet somewhere?
So I don't know. I think I only have one photo when I was small, but I was like a small.
Try trolling the internet and find a photo of Kibe when he was small.
I was a nice, cute little thing.
Yeah.
And then class, I think 7 or 8 was when I.
Oh, okay.
I got tall, and now the bullying wasn't really an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Were you always tall then after class 7?
Yeah, after class 7 now I just started shooting up. I think by the time I was done Form 4, I was already 6'2", 6'3". There.
You're probably the tallest in your school.
No.
Or there's taller people.
There's a guy called Ngala. That guy was like 6'7" there.
Hey.
And he was big, so whenever we never.
He's like a Russian.
Yeah, and he was called Ronald Ngala.
Mm-hmm. After Ronald Ngala himself.
And he was huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was taller than me, that guy. Yeah, but there was no much bullying after that.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's very interesting that Kibe is a writer. You know, he's written a book called The 28 Commandments. I've read your book, man. It's interesting.
Interesting, right?
It's very interesting. When I was looking for the book, though,
is it? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So when I was looking for the book, I looked for it on the internet. Like I googled the book, and then there's another Andrew Kibe who's a writer. He's white though.
Yes. Imagine that.
Let's put up a picture of this Andrew Kibe. That's a guy. Do they say Andrew Kibe or something? Maybe they don't say Kibe.
That's a guy who took AndrewKibe.com, Andrew Kibe, everything. So by the time I was getting to know this thing, I was like, there's another Andrew Kibe.
Okay.
Yeah. So Andrew Kibe is a white guy, and then now me. But now, luckily, I surpassed him.
Yeah. I think you did.
Kitambo sana.
Mm-hmm. And so, I eventually reached out to you. I was like, where can I buy your book? And then you told me where I could buy the book, and so I went through the book, and it's very interesting. I feel like it's a story, an image of your life, a snippet of your life and the decisions and mistakes that you made. And I feel like what you're trying to bring out there is how someone could become like you or learn from your mistakes. Is that what you're trying to bring out, would you say?
The 28 Commandments,
mm-hmm.
the story behind it is...
Let's put up a picture of the 28 Commandments.
During the COVID,
yeah,
you guys went completely broke.
Mm-hmm.
Then I asked myself, bro, that time I'm just shuttling back and forth from my studio to my kid's house,
mm-hmm.
something I never thought I would ever do, Mm-hmm. I never thought I would go back there. So I was living I would say a miserable life.
Yeah.
And all this time I'm still doing studio back and forth, but I'm not enjoying it. So I asked myself, which was your best year? I said when I was 28.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm 49. So at the time I think I was 46 or I was 45.
Yeah.
So I said, which was your best year? When I was 28.
Why was that your best year?
At the time I didn't have toys. My business was doing well. Yeah. I had everything I wanted.
Was that your writing business? Your publishing business?
No, at the time we were doing a movie business.
Mm.
So publishing came after I got saved.
Yeah.
So I had everything I wanted. I had no bills. I didn't know what auctioneers were. Mm-hmm. My life was just smooth. And after that, I got into some trouble, and I got into church and everything. So I was asking myself, what would I advise my 28-year-old self? The mistakes I've made from the time I'm 28 to 45. Mm-hmm. If you can write down those mistakes. So, bro, I wrote them down in 2020, mm-hmm. and they came to 28
mistakes.
I said, okay. I paused on that. Mm-hmm. I wanted to give my videos on the 28 mistakes. But eventually, I think, is it the beginning of this year or last year? Mm-hmm. Last year, right? Yeah, last year I was like, just to hell with it. I sat in the house for a month. I didn't leave.
Wrote the book.
I said, I must get this book out. I want it in its rawest form, like I'm talking to myself. Mm-hmm. I'm talking to my 28-year-old self. So I don't know who out there is going to read it, mm-hmm. what they're going to get from it, but I'm talking to myself.
I remember when you were almost done with it, it was almost coming out. I think that's when you came on Mwafrika's Ikonini for the second time, mm-hmm. I think. And that's why you talked about it. Mm-hmm. And I remember I bought it together with Mwafrika, and I thought we were going to get a copy. But those copies were never delivered. What happened?
I never printed them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just never printed them.
You just decided to have them as
ebooks? Ebooks. I mean...
why did you decide not to print them?
I didn't see the value.
Okay,
I didn't see the value. I was like, fuck it. I mean, who's going to carry a book around? You guys are reading everything on the phone.
Yeah. Or the computer.
Yeah. So I decided the day that I start doing the tours is when I'm going to print them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm not going to have just 1,000 books sitting somewhere. Mm. The day that I start to do the tours, when I'm meeting the people on the ground, I'll print and give everybody a copy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but until then, so many ebooks. Sumesoma.
Yeah, nimesoma. Yuko freshi. Yeah, yuko freshi. You say it's a mirror of the modern man.
It's a mirror of the modern man.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Which commandment stuck out?
I mean, there was a bunch. The second one I'd say, I forget what it says though, but the second one. The first one is F everything. Mm-hmm. I forgot what the second one says. I didn't cram the commandments because I got it like 2 days ago, and I went through the book in 2 days.
Oh, that was fast.
Yeah.
You like to research your guests?
I like to. Not really research the guests. I just like to research what we're talking about. I don't want to, show up and then we have nothing. When I was starting the podcast, I remember it was strange because sometimes I remember that this time I showed up in a pod and I didn't have anything to talk about. So I was like, I talked about everything I knew, and it turned out my co-guest, it was kind of like a co-host then. She didn't know what to talk about. She had nothing to talk about. So I ran out of things to say.
So why did you guys just talk about life? Like, so who are you fucking?
She was quiet. She couldn't share. I mean, do people share who they are fucking on podcasts?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you wouldn't share.
Would I share? I think I wouldn't.
What have you shared about? What haven't you shared about yourself?
What haven't I shared? Oh man, I think my life is still in a shell. Nobody knows me, and mostly because I don't want my students to know me. I think the moment I stop being a professor, maybe I will share my.
You're a professor of what?
Regenerative medicine.
Regenerative medicine.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a field of engineering where we engineer human tissue for transplant.
Is child trafficking a real thing?
Is child trafficking a real thing?
Or
organ trafficking? Yeah, I think it is. I mean, I hear there's a hospital somewhere here where people are being paid to get organs out. I hear there's cities in Mexico where people go and, they would steal organs from your body. So I think organ trafficking is a real thing. But maybe regenerative medicine will take care of that, hopefully.
So you guys will be able to grow limbs and shit?
No, we are still at a very infant stages. So right now what we can do is hard bone, soft bones, or cartilage, skin, and we're trying to do bone marrow. We could also do cornea of the
Is it true that Japan have found a way to regrow teeth? It was just propaganda?
I am not sure. It could be possible. I mean, because of, what is in teeth. I'm just not sure if it would have the same integrity as as a human teeth because of the different layers that are there. But I think it is something that's possible. Actually, regenerative medicine was made possible by a Japanese guy called Shinya Manaka. He found these things. He was trying to find a medication for his dad who died his dad was sick of what is it called? Hepatitis. Some hepatitis, either B or C or something like that, or maybe A. And so he found the medication for that. But while trying to find the medication for that disease, he also discovered what they call the Yamanaka factor. So there's 5 growth factors, which when you introduce to any cell in your body, they'll make that cell a stem cell. We call them induced pluripotent stem cells. And those can be used then to engineer any organ in the body.
It sounds almost interesting.
Yeah, almost interesting.
I mean, for you, it must be mind-blowing, right? So you guys are working with the lizards and shit?
No, we're still working on dishes. There are other groups. In my lab, we still work on a dish. There are labs that are proceeded to work on animal trials. There are, human trials in place as well. But there are products out there. So skin and bone, those ones are already being used in industry.
What about like robot hands and things like those? Are we close to that?
Those ones are there, but they're very experimental and very expensive. So those ones do exist. They call them, I think, bionic arms or bionic limbs.
Eventually, we're all going to be like robots, right?
Eventually,
I think we're getting there. Maybe how many years do you give us now that we have AI?
Now that we have AI and Neuralink and the possibility of having something Neuralink which connects your mind to the internet.
Optimus Prime. And
I don't think we're going to get to the point of Optimus Prime. I once took a tour in an Amazon warehouse. They tell you to keep your phones, by the way. You're not allowed to
record in there.
Record
exactly.
Yeah,
because it's those guys are in the future.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. So at some point, our cities are going to be driving will be a lot safer because the machines will be doing the driving.
Well, infrastructure-wise, I think we are not set up for that kind of future.
What do you mean we? In China, they're already doing it.
Yeah, in China, because they set up the infrastructure for that.
No, the machines, they follow whatever infrastructure you have.
Do you think that would work in our roads? I mean, in Nairobi roads?
Very, very easily, Kwanza.
Because
all you do is just put a whole perimeter and just keep growing the perimeter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we would have to recreate the infrastructure, because I'm thinking of a city like Boston. So Boston is one of the oldest cities in America, and I feel like it wasn't properly planned. The way other cities are properly planned, like with streets that go north-south or east-west. So they're like a square grid. Boston has streets that go diagonally, and stuff like that.
The rate this AI is learning. They train. They just don't dump these cars on the streets. They train them fast on the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the car will go with somebody who's mapping out the road, the way they do with Google. They map out all the roads in those cities before they allow those cars to do that self-driving.
Yeah. How much? I feel like you put some pride in your S550.
Sana.
So let's imagine that was not there. You couldn't drive it. All you could do was to get into a box, that looks like a Tesla Cybertruck. Dustbin on wheels is what I call it. Elon Musk probably doesn't watch this, so he doesn't care. It doesn't matter. So how do you think that will take something away from you?
I mean, we all compromise.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have one, take something else.
So that's why I'm thinking then that life.
Think about it. There's a time when the speed limits didn't matter.
Yeah. And people are dying all over.
People are dying, but people are having the best time of their life. And then we introduce the speed limits.
But even those cars with that were there before speed limits, we didn't go fast, as fast as the cars today.
We've always had a need for speed as men.
Yeah.
So we've always been, since we invented the motorcycles, the cars, the planes, we always wanted to go faster. So the fastest, if 50 was fastest in 1950, it was very fast.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
You cannot compare their speed and today's speed because of the advances in technology.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've always had that need for speed. And we compromise something when the faster we want to go and the more convenient we want to go, the more compromises you're going to make.
Now
we're very soon, driving will only be reserved for some countries.
Yeah,
where the rich can go and drive those old vintage cars
in Malta, or like in Cuba.
Yeah.
Let's put up a picture of Cuban cars. They are very. I think they're still stuck in old.
So like a place like maybe Monaco, they will resist that nonsense and say in Monaco we don't want electric cars that drive themselves.
Do you think we would resist that, Kenyans?
I know.
I feel like Kenyans resist everything.
No, Kenyans will embrace everything, bro.
Okay.
Oh,
so it's the other way.
It's that way around. We want to be seen. Me, I want to be seen with the first robot.
Yeah.
In Tao.
Yeah, walking down the
with
street
my
with
robot picking stories.
Yeah.
Telling Ebook or Yugi, he's not picking up my calls. Yeah, we embrace everything.
Let me ask you, if you're walking down the street today and you saw a robot walking up the street towards you, how would you behave?
Freaked out.
There's a day I flew a drone in my village. and I probably have that video somewhere, man. And the people were running helter-skelter. So I was flying over. I was a kid. I was younger. So the people were running helter-skelter in their homesteads. And I remember even bring the drone down as close as their roofs, man. It was crazy.
They were screaming and shit. Because, bro, what are you doing? We've never seen anything like this.
And I remember flying it close to the river. There was this lady walking down towards the river. I think she was going home. She had firewood on her head. She dropped that firewood, man, and ran like...
So you tell me.
Yeah.
You've come from the future. You've gone to a village in the same time period you're in.
Yeah.
So right now there's somebody who has a future that us guys can't see.
True.
Because if he introduces it to us, we'll lose our minds like your village mates.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So there's something around here somewhere. Maybe even there's somebody in the room. They can't reveal themselves to us.
Yeah.
Because they're way too in the future for our liking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know...
for understanding at least.
I think that there are some mad scientists in China who are doing some crazy things, you know, like making babies who are strange, like creating I call them designer babies, like babies who are, you know, in some type of way with blue eyes, you know, this type of hair, this kind of muscle build and stuff like that. And I fear that though, because then that's what I'm saying takes away the spice of life. The spice of life, the fact that you can sit here and know that there's some sort of struggle, that pushes you. I feel like it pushes you a little bit. It gives you some spice and happiness to know that you're working towards something, some satisfaction.
Bro, I get satisfied just watching things on the internet.
Okay. But then if you're just sitting down and watching things...
You see, you cannot decide what spice of life is. Spice of life keeps changing. There's a time spice of life was waking up, going outside and getting the newspaper and sitting on the couch. And this guy would say, hey, I can't wait for my spice of life in the morning. And his wife would bring him a cup of tea. Today, if you do that, people look at you like, hey, bro, what are you doing? The newspaper. You get? So things have changed. Now, spice of life is different.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, spice of life will be different. Kids are not being born into your old ways. Your toy is not going to know North Mukirango. They will not know how to speak Kisii.
I wish that they did, though.
Yeah, but it's because of the nostalgia that you have of the good times and some of the struggles that built you to the person you are today. But if you take that out and imagine that this is an individual, then why would I impose my past on them?
Because I feel like we need some sort of tradition to
what tradition?
Identity.
What tradition are you holding on to?
Personally, I try to hold on to my Kisii roots.
Which ones?
Which are very confused though, because they have been they've been encroached with Western ideologies.
Which one? Give me an ideology that you're holding on to.
So one of the ideologies that I hold on to is respect for others.
It's not Kisii. That's just Kawaida.
Yeah, but I mean, in the West,
there's still. I was in Texas. There's respect for others.
Yeah, because
so it's not a very Kisii thing. What is happening only in Kisii that you can now teach your kids?
That's what I'm saying. That got lost, I think, with my grandfather's generation when the white man came in.
No,
and brought their tradition.
I have respect for my elders. I have respect even for kids.
No, that's what I'm saying. The things that remained are the same things that would probably be in the West, which some of the
West. So it's not a very Kisii. So you're not teaching them anything, any Kisii roots. There's nothing for you to teach as a Kisii.
I think there is something.
What?
I probably need to find it.
So you're not teaching it actively.
I would agree.
You're not living as a Kisii.
So the first thing is the language, though. That's important. So I am teaching her Kisii. I'm teaching her Kisii. So my wife doesn't speak Kisii, so she can speak Swahili. My wife and I speak in English, but we made sure that to my daughter we speak to her in Swahili only. So she can only speak Swahili.
So you're not teaching your daughter Kisii?
I am teaching her Kisii, but I'm by myself there.
Are you teaching your daughter Kisii?
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. Your daughter can speak Swahili. I was talking to her in Swahili.
Yeah, she can't speak Kisii.
She can speak Kisii.
But she can understand some words.
So there's nothing that you're going to teach her that you can say, this is what I taught her from what I got from Kisii. She'll know a few words.
You know what? Now that you're challenging me, I think I'm going to make it a point that she can speak Kisii by the time she's 5.
But is that necessary?
I think it's necessary because
Are you going to raise her in Kenya?
I would want her to be free to go anywhere.
Are you going to raise her in Kenya?
Hopefully, yes.
Are you raising her in Kenya?
No, currently not. Okay. I'm not raising her in Kenya currently.
So let's talk about what is currently happening. Kisii is an idea that is stuck in your head.
Yes.
Because it is your heritage. It is not her heritage. I get the difference.
I'm getting the point.
You see, so Kisii is an idea in your head. So you are living in your imagination and you want to now direct your imagination to your kids. But they will never need Kisii. They will never need to speak it.
They will never need to understand
Don't
it.
you think we need
the
culture?
only thing they need is the name that is Ogato.
Yeah.
And when they go back to home to visit people every now and then, and they have that Ogato name, they will know, this is an Ogato. So this is one of us, even though she doesn't speak it, because they expect her not to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let me ask you, don't you think we need culture?
No, it's unnecessary. What we need is just collective morals.
Okay.
We've agreed on things. Because which culture are we going with? Are we going with the Kikuyu culture, Luo culture?
I mean, you can keep your Kikuyu culture.
I went to Kisii and I met Kikuyus in Kisii.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought, what culture are they?
Yeah, they can keep their culture in Kisii, wherever they are, and they can create a small microcosm in their
What
living
culture?
room, in their home. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We have lost our cultures, which go with our identity, and I think.
But what culture did you grow up with?
I grew up with the Kisii culture. It was an amalgamation of Kisii and Christianity.
And the moment you got a chance, you ran away from that bullshit culture.
Well,
you ran away.
I think I haven't.
You stopped in Minnesota. Zindio, you ran like a thief because that culture has no value.
I haven't run away from my culture.
Your culture is monetized.
Well, I mean, you can monetize other things, but still keep your culture.
You're not speaking Kisii in America.
Well, I speak it to my...
it's not a business language.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So you've not monetized Kisii.
Yes,
the only thing that Kisii helped you is by raising you and giving you a foundation. But beyond that, Kisii is not a culture.
Okay.
Kisii is just a location. It has remained a location. It's not a culture anymore.
Okay. Why do you think it's become a location? It is because people decided that we will wipe away the Kisii culture and, bring some other culture. So now there's some other culture which has...
it's called a superior culture. The superior culture takes over the inferior culture. Yes.
And what sometimes I feel like in the next 50 years, there'll be a handful of Kisii speakers who will be left globally.
I mean, if any.
And is it wrong then for me to take it upon myself to want to be the preserver of the Kisii language?
I mean, as long as you monetize it.
Okay.
Yeah, but if it's not monetized, it's unnecessary.
I mean,
because who are you doing it with? Your wife is not a Kisii. I mean, you're talking of culture like you really love Kisii, but you didn't marry a Kisii.
Well, no, my wife is actually Kisii. She just doesn't speak Kisii.
She's
she
Kisii.
Understands Kisii.
Oh,
yeah.
so you see, even worse. Yeah, because if you really wanted, you would have gotten someone who speaks that language, so they can teach that language to your child.
I wasn't thinking about that at the time.
So this is just new thinking.
No. When you become a parent, that's when you decide some of these things. Before you became a parent, were you thinking about things you're going to do when you become a parent?
Even today, I'm not thinking about it.
You're thinking about what?
I don't think about things to do with children and culture and what they will get. That's not the mind of a man.
What's in the mind of a man?
I mean, just to better yourself every day. Yeah, because I know if I'm good, everybody around me is good.
But then doesn't that mean that you're going to need to explant some of that goodness to the children or your offspring?
These are individuals.
They
will learn more from me by example, not by what I'll teach them.
A few minutes ago, you told me that kids who are raised by both parents or the father is in...
I use the word influence.
Okay,
the influence of the father is in the child's life.
Okay.
Yeah, the influence of the father is in the child's life.
That influence doesn't include parenting?
What do you mean? I thought that's parenting. That's what we're talking about. Yeah.
No, what I mean is that influence doesn't include being actively involved in the kid's life.
No, that's work of the mother, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
the mother is the one who's supposed to know what's going on with the kid. You as a father, you're like a godhead. Your work is to be up there and sort problems, but on a very general level. Not homeworks, what I'm doing.
But then doesn't this mean 2 minutes ago
you're going to pick up the kid from school like you're a driver?
A few minutes ago,
the fuck is wrong with you?
A few minutes ago, you told me this, that the mothers raise the kids and the kids have a problem. The society has a problem because it was raised by mothers.
But you're not listening. Listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The work of raising the kids belongs to the mother.
Yes.
Okay? If the father is in the picture, his influence is in that
household,
that setup.
Yes.
Then the kids are going to grow well.
If the father is just shows up.
No, influence could be anything.
Okay.
Yeah, you decide whatever influence. Sometimes you're going to travel and go for 3 years. Are you there with the kid to raise the kid?
No, you're not.
Yeah, but the kid is still growing.
So how are you influencing then?
So the thing is this, through finances.
Okay.
Yeah, through just some very basic communication, through the woman being able to follow your lead, because that's the most important thing, for the woman to acknowledge that you exist. Yeah.
Do you think some women don't acknowledge?
Many women turn their kids against their fathers.
Why is that?
Because they hate the whole setup.
Do you
the
think
setup
that
was not an organic setup?
Is it possible that some men actively impose negativity on their wives, and maybe that's why the wives eventually turn against them?
Now we're going too far. We're talking too many things.
Bring me closer.
Yeah, we're talking too many things.
Mm-hmm.
You see, in 2025, if I see a married guy,
yeah,
I know there's something wrong with that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he has not processed information enough, because the society right now does not support marriage. There was a time it did, but now it doesn't.
Yeah,
because the women have to go out and work. So as a poor man, what are you doing trying to get married and children? How does that look like? It's not working. There's no place where it's working unless it's a country where it's set up to protect the institution. You see, the communities at the time used to protect the institution. They protected it. The man and the woman were both protected. So the woman doesn't fuck this guy up and the man doesn't fuck her up.
Yeah.
And the kids grow up among other kids.
Yeah.
So that's why they were this used to be called recast. What are they called? Age groups.
Yes.
So in the age groups, there was a time the whole age group has to get married.
Yeah.
So you're not being left. Where is your age group? Who are the people who are going to keep you accountable? You left Kisii, where you are circumcised. So where is your age group? You're exposed. You're by yourself. Now if your wife decides to fuck you, you're done. There's nothing you can do. It doesn't matter how many muscles you have, how many PhDs, how many degrees, how much money you have. The society does not protect you anymore. In fact, in societies like America, it is actually out to fix the man. If the man attack, he shoot kwa nyumba. The wife says, oh, this guy is abusing me with his facts. Isn't it? But if the society is there, it's set up in a way that it protects both people, then the children grow wonderfully. Because even you as a man, you cannot be an abusive man. Her as the woman, she cannot be an abusive woman because everybody is watching that shit.
Yeah.
But now when there's no one watching, just imagine the damage you guys do to the children.
I feel like we are agreeing on something here. The traditional African setting provided for what you're talking about, for the recast and for accountability and for all those.
It's not just African. The marriage setting around the world protected both parties.
Yes.
Because they wanted to keep growing the village. Those numbers were important.
Yeah. And that is why I'm saying that
your dad wanted you now immediately. It is important, but you're not there.
So we're not in that anymore.
So forget about that. That doesn't exist. Your dad would as soon as he got enough sons, and he would, once it was time for you to get married, he had prepared himself. He had the cows, he had the dowry, and they had even picked out a girl for you.
Yeah.
It was not you doing it. It was not your dick doing it. Because most of the time you guys are doing it just to have somebody to have sex with.
Yeah.
But your dad would look beyond that.
I would agree.
Yeah. So your dad would look beyond that. Him and his friends would come together. They agree on the girl. They know the girl and where she comes from, her manners, her mannerisms, her family, her background. You know, have they raised kids before? Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. Have they raised kids before? How do those girls look like? You know, so there was a lot that went into it because this person was coming to add to our family because we need people to work.
Yeah. Let me ask you.
Yeah, but now we're living in flats. What are we doing getting married? What are you adding to?
I don't know. I
mean, your problem.
Since you know all this, then I don't know if you have a son, but do you think you'd choose a wife for your son if you had one?
If you told me, yeah, I would.
Okay.
Yeah, and you see, I would also need to be in a place where I have the resources to send him out to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I have the resources to send him out to do that, and I can create that culture for him, I will. Yeah, he's just turning 16, so I will. I'll be like, okay, my son. So you want me to do this for you? Yeah. So thank you. Yeah, I mean, it will be a proud moment for me to do something like that for him. If you asked me, but I don't know how to do it. I would have to study how to do it. And
do you think that would, if collectively men decided to do that, what you just said, collectively many people decided, you know what, let us come together, let us try to bring our traditions back. And one of the things we're probably going to do is to advise our children the people to settle down with. Do you think that will make society better?
Of course, because
will then that make marriage in 2025 a useful institution? Yes,
because now we've agreed on something.
Okay.
It's not just people just fucking and having random toys who you cannot take care of. Yeah. It is, we have agreed, okay, so our toys, the one who's this and this will get married to this age group. I mean, whatever we agree upon, as long as we are conscious about it. Right now, my only problem is we are doing things like we're in a daze.
Yeah.
Yeah. So nobody knows what they're doing. They're just doing because they have been
Everybody's
social engineered to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I see people getting married in 2025, I say, how am I jinga? In Mafala.
They're getting married because others before them got married.
They don't even know why they're getting married. Many of them, men think they're getting married so they can have a constant supply of sex.
Yeah.
Women are getting married so that somebody can pay their rent. So these two people are getting married for the wrong reasons.
When
now
you got
imagine
married,
they introduce a child into that mix.
When you got married, did you have a reason why you're getting married?
Yeah, I wanted to have sex.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was
and
it.
then I was in church. So for me, it was a license to have sex. That's what people in church do.
Yeah.
They get married so they can have sex.
Okay.
So that God can rubber stamp your diabs when you're having sex. Okay. That's why people get married. But take away the need for sex for a man, there's no marriage.
Yeah.
If you're getting into marriage without sex,
So what is the reason for marriage then?
delusion.
Okay. People are deluded and that's why they get married.
Yeah, people are in their imagination. So they get married.
So let's paint a better picture then. So if we were in a picture where marriage was necessary, what would that necessity for marriage be? What would be the reason for marriage?
Population growth.
Okay.
Yeah.
But isn't that another way of saying to have sex?
Yeah, but it's conscious.
Okay.
Yeah, population growth. So what is population growth? You want to have babies.
Yeah.
You look at yourself and say, okay, how tall are you? You're 6 foot. At 6 foot, you want to have, you're not going to go pick up mbilikimo, produce mbilikimo children when you're 6 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're 6 foot, it's conscious. You want the best possible product coming out of your nuts.
Yeah.
You want the best possible person raising your kids. So it's conscious. It's not you fell in love, you saw some big diab somewhere, and now you've lost your mind. No, this is conscious. The same way you do business.
Yeah.
The same way you're going to buy your podcast equipment. You're buying Nikon because you know Nikon and lighting is good. Canon has better this and that.
Yeah.
So this is conscious.
I'm only on Nikon because I'm cheap. By the
You
way.
see? I mean, but there was a reason why you bought the Nikon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't afford Canon at the time.
Yeah, when I bought it.
But it was conscious.
Yes.
Like now there's a place we went to once called Cabernet Gardens. Now Cabernet
That's
Gardens.
where Mo used to own a home, I hear.
Yeah, so Apple Cabernet.
Yeah.
But now those Cabernet Gardens are whole house. You go there.
Okay.
Yeah. So you go there and they bring you, woman after woman. Do you want this one? I say, next. Do you want this one? Consciously. You pick your whore, have a good time, bounce.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is this marriage, bro?
That's a good question.
Yeah. What is marriage?
If I were to go back, can't you find then your whore in your wife?
Impossible.
Why not?
Because you guys are spending too much time together.
Okay.
And then once she starts getting babies, how can she go back to being a whore? Now she's been elevated to mother. Now you have to look for a whore.
Okay.
Ah, you understand, eh? You're getting really, yeah. You get?
Yeah.
That's how it was supposed to be. Yeah,
But
you jump from wife, mother, mother of my kids. You get another whore. She becomes mother of your kids. Get another whore. You know that is the life of a man.
But I think all the generations used to have their wives, and sustain them for eternity.
Like which ones?
I don't know. I'd say the Kisi culture.
Your grandfather had how many wives?
My grandfather had one wife. My great-grandfather had 2 wives.
Okay.
The man before him had, I don't know how many wives. Maybe 17.
but having wives was for the rich. It wasn't for the poor people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the game is still the same. Having wives was for the rich.
So make money first, become rich first, and then you can think about marriage.
Because your dad is poor.
Yeah.
So why should marriage be on
In
the
your
top of the
purview.
list? Yes, your dad is poor. So the best you can do is for your kids.
Yeah.
Or, that's the best you can do. But your dad is poor. That's why you have to do all this hustle. Because you've started a whole new direction. You're not going in your dad's direction. Your dad is poor.
You want to become wealthy.
Because your dad is poor.
If you create wealth, then
Yeah.
you could get married.
If you could, but remember, you're not coming from a background that supports that marriage. So you're also putting yourself under a very serious, you're trapping yourself. Because you don't know what a good marriage looks like. But you need to get wisdom first if there's no wisdom from your father.
So Kibe, let's paint a picture.
Yeah.
It's the year 2050 and everybody has listened to Kibe's advice and they've decided not to get married.
Okay.
So because people still want to have sex with either, whether it's casual, whether it's real or whatever, we have hundreds of thousands of millions of babies who have come from, I'd say, who have mothers who have been raised by mothers or fathers, single fathers or single mothers. How does that society look like then?
America.
Okay.
Have you gone to Black America?
The Black community? Yes, I have a bunch of...
That's exactly what... You don't have to go to Zoo 2050. It's happening today.
Yeah,
that's what's happening. Chaos. It's full chaos where the women are in charge of the kids. Full chaos. Full, it's war and fights and everything.
Who created this chaos? Is it the woman or is it the man?
It's the weakness in the society.
Is that weakness propagated by the woman or by the man?
Sometimes I want to say woman, but it's not 100% woman. I don't know. I don't know where that weakness came from. I want to say the devil, but I don't know what that looks like as well. Because how do you explain men voluntarily giving up their power to the women? Who created us like that?
How did men give up their power to women?
If you even think about the first man the Bible talks about,
Adam,
he gave his power to the woman. Immediately, the first guy the Bible talks about gave his will to the woman. You think you stand a chance?
Why do you think Adam gave his will to the woman?
I mean,
is it
God fucked
the
him.
Woman was
I think God is a narcissist. He enjoys the suffering of the man through the woman.
Okay.
Bro, the first guy and the first Chile, NCO quotas him. We didn't even wait till chapter 2. Chapter 1, this guy has already been a courtward.
Yeah.
And they didn't even tell you how long Adam had been living by himself.
I think Adam was alive.
Maybe he had done like 5,000 years.
Probably.
I'd say naming and fucking everything inside. Then they were like, hey, there's not been somebody told God.
Yeah. This guy is lonely.
This guy is lonely. God was like, oh, he's lonely. Okay. And God had not come up with that idea by himself.
Yeah.
So God's wife told him, Adam is lonely.
Hey, this is new. God had a wife?
I mean, who else? They were together with somebody. It's in the Bible.
Okay.
So his wife told him Adam is lonely. That nonsense in imagination.
Yeah.
He's lonely. Okay, let's create for him something.
Yeah.
So they created something for him. So when they sinned, God asked him, who told you? He said, see, this wife that you gave me that I never asked for.
Yeah.
I was doing well all by myself, porcupines. What's this? You brought me a woman who's going to quarter me. I'm already out of the Garden of Eden. This guy used to sit like these fruits fill his mouth.
Yeah.
He used to work with lions. He was petting tigers.
Yeah.
Now all that has been taken away. Because you gave me a Chile. Bro, we can't handle it. The society needs to come together for marriage to work. If it doesn't, marriage is going to decimate everything in its wake.
Yeah. So
unfortunately,
what can you do then to bring these people together? I mean, I'm not asking because I think that you have the power to do it, but because I think that if we reason together, we can probably find middle ground where the society in 2050 lives better than the society in Black America right now.
No, it has to burn to the ground. We have to do a whole Sodom and Gomorrah. Nobody's listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody wants their way.
Everybody wants their way. Everybody. Kila mtu ni mjuaji. Now, so for me, I have to get to a point where my son and Oyugi's daughter have hung out together so much. I mean, look at these people who are getting married. You look at Gideon Moy's son. He's getting married to who? Agaragaria from Kayole?
Probably not.
No! It's people that they interact with on that level.
Yeah.
You are the poor people who are getting married in poverty. Stupidity. So but these guys are making deals. Your daughter for my son.
The way kings were marrying off their
so that we keep the wealth here.
Yeah.
We keep the deals happening here. But if I go down there, I get a bro, this is for poverty. So right now we don't know what we're doing.
So are you saying that poor people should stop getting married?
100%. You have nothing.
So poor people should not have children
because the only thing you're going to raise are slaves and prostitutes.
Okay. But are they a necessity? People who can... I'm not going to say slaves and prostitutes.
I don't preach in the slums.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't preach to the poor. Because the poor you shall have with you always.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I just put my word out there. Whoever hears, hears. Okay? So this is not a public service announcement. I'm not going in State House telling people, stop getting married. No. there are very few people who listen to me, maybe even 5 right now. Only 5 people get this message.
In your book, you say indecision is weakness.
Yes.
Actually, you quote, I'm going to quote a line from you. It says that, and weakness is the fastest way to destroy yourself as a man. And you're going to say it's because this man has been raised by mothers, raised in an environment of feelings, second guessing, and flakiness. So let's narrow down here on an environment of feelings. What is wrong with someone being raised in an environment of feelings?
Have you ever been on a playground?
Yeah, with kids?
Yeah. And be honest, just for a second with me. Maybe honesty is not your thing, but for this one, you might have to just go deep. You could tell the boy who was a mama's boy. The word mama's boy existed for a reason.
Yeah.
Why?
It was pampered by the mother.
Not pampered. You can be pampered, but when you're at the playground, you're a beast.
You're weak.
Yeah, you're a beast. But this guy in the playground, he's weak. He even plays with the girls. Because of who?
Because
of mama. But the boys who came from a family where there are a lot of boys, I mean, it was clear.
But isn't it possible that you could be raised by your father? You could be raised by a father and still be weak?
Show me an example.
I mean, I don't know them.
Yeah, exactly. They don't exist.
I mean,
they don't exist. Why would your father allow weakness within you?
Maybe because you are beaten up so much that you just became weak.
No. Why would your dad beat you up?
I don't know, because he was maybe drunken, or he was up in his feelings.
Now we're just talking other things that don't make sense.
No, so let's talk about
the stats.
Let's say you had an abusive father. If you have an abusive
father... Let's not make assumptions, because we're talking about the reality on the ground.
But the reality on the ground will also say that if you had an abusive father, most likely you're going to be troubled.
Let's talk about the stats.
Okay.
The stats are the women are the ones who are raising children. Those are the stats. Very few men.
A majority
very few men for us to discuss what men are doing.
Okay.
And when we look at the stats, stats also say that men raise children better than women.
Well, I'm not sure, but
I mean, it just starts. You can look it up. Tell your guy to.
Yeah, can we find something like that? Put it up.
Yes.
If it's not there, if we don't put it up, it means it's not there. And keep it needs to be.
No. Just research.
Okay.
Research.
Yeah.
These are things I talk about. So I've done my research.
Okay.
Yeah. So men tend to raise kids better than women. More disciplined, more less emotional. Yeah. So they're able to process whatever is happening to them.
Is it bad to be emotional?
I mean,
what's wrong with being emotional?
Explain to me, like, where would a man need emotions?
I feel like people who have better emotional intelligence.
Like where? Give me an example. Say here, like my mom has died.
Yeah. So no. For instance, you show up in a room and you find someone who's disabled. And you are probably making jokes about disabled people when you're walking into the room, but you see the disabled person, because you have emotional intelligence, you tone down your jokes.
No, that's intelligence, not emotional intelligence. That's just intelligence. You're not stupid. You're not going to be abusing people.
Well, but there are people who are very intelligent, but they are also arrogant. And
but emotions is a whole new conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, emotions. There's no place. Emotions are useless for a man. They have no value. They cannot help you. Like crying. What would crying for a man help you?
It will help you heal.
Heal what?
For instance, if you were to lose a loved one, say a family member.
A mother. Let's go to mother.
So you lose your mother and you decide to bottle it all up. You're macho. You're not crying. You're going to be standing there.
Why are you crying?
So you are macho and you're not...
Why are you crying?
Naturally, as a human being...
No, I'm asking you, why are you crying? Because your mom is dead. Your mom is dead. Okay, she's dead.
Yes.
Why are you crying?
Because you have hormones. And your hormones will...
I'm not a woman.
Yeah.
So my emotions don't take over. I can handle death. Why can't I handle death? Why am I being unable to process death to a point where I'm crying?
Well, by crying...
Am I a child? I can't handle
but
good
crying
things and
doesn't
bad
mean
things?
that you haven't. Crying doesn't mean that you haven't processed the death.
I mean...
crying means you're expressing yourself.
Maybe, I can give it to you sometimes when the body is being lowered and you see one of the strong people almost break down. You can say, oh, even me, I almost broke down, because everybody's looking to the strong person. So you're in the corner there crying like a bitch. Imagine you find your dad crying like this.
I think it's valid, because that can happen at some point.
Bro, your father, you find your father by the corner crying that somebody has died. What are you supposed to do? As a man, what are you supposed to do?
You comfort him.
How? You hug him?
I don't know. Of course. Or pat him in the back and tell him it's
You
okay.
need to look for the biggest whip and whip that weakness out of him. Puny ass. What are you doing crying? As a man, why are you crying?
He's expressing his pain.
What can you do with that crying? Nothing.
Kibe, have you ever cried your whole life?
Yes, I cried.
Why did you cry?
The last time I cried was 2011.
Why were you crying in 2011?
When one of my chiles died.
Okay.
And, then I was like, shit, what am I doing? Bro, I caught myself.
No, but why were you crying though?
Yeah, I was being a bitch.
Weren't you crying because you were in pain?
I was overwhelmed.
With pain?
Not in pain. I was overwhelmed by what had just happened. But as soon as I processed it, I also processed that I'm being a bitch.
So
I was like, why are you crying,
is the problem
bro?
crying in public then?
No, I didn't
crying at all?
I mean, for man, there's no value
in shedding your
crying,
tears?
even in being sad. That I'm sad. Things are not working out.
So Kibe, you've never been sad?
I'm just saying there's no value. Stop going to me. I'm just saying there's no value.
In being sad?
In being sad.
But it's okay to be sad though.
And then do what with that?
I mean, you are in your emotions for a moment, you are sad, and then I think the most important thing is what you do after the sadness.
Emotions live in the imagination.
Okay.
For men, we should always run away from our imagination. Because for us, we're doers. We don't sit down and just think. I think the whole day you're thinking about all the good things or the bad things that ever happened. No, us guys are busy. But you're busy doing something. So you tell me, Mama yako daddy. You're busy organizing how she's going to go and fixing shit and wondering where people are going to sleep. You don't have time to be crying like a bitch. You're a fixer. That's what men do. Bro, I remember when my sister passed on, and this is what my mother said. My mom and her sister, they said, call your grandpa, tell him to come to Nairobi, and don't tell him what has happened. What has happened. So I was like, my God, because he's an old man. I think he was like 90 at the time. He's an old man. How is he going to handle that information? So I went and picked him up from the bus stage, and I took him now to Montezuma funeral home. Yeah. When we got there, he doesn't understand what's happening. I tell him, so we waited for my dad to come because now he had to be sitting down, and me and my dad now break the news to him because us guys are following the lead of the women. Are you understanding?
I'm understanding, but I'm waiting to hear what the
lead
goes.
of the women, not to tell this guy what's happened.
Yeah.
Because the women think he's going to get a heart attack and die.
Yeah.
So we tell him, okay, Jerry, the way they put it in Kikuyu, Jerry is now my sister. Jerry is no more. The guy does this. He says, okay, Madikone Mahare.
What does that mean? When is the funeral?
That's it. That's it. When are we burying her? For someone who we have been thinking that he's going to collapse and die the moment he hears this, but he processed it for less than 5 minutes.
But isn't it possible that the fact that he had the two of you guys standing next to him, he was able to process it in 5 minutes?
Who are you crying to here? Bro,
he
processed it in less than 5 minutes. And then he asked, so what next? Because that's what men do. So when they say, I'm a daddy. Is there something we can do to bring her back? No. Okay, then we continue. Now, this is the way of the man. This mambo of living in this emotion, and now you're wasting time crying, that means nothing. It solves nothing. It goes nowhere. It doesn't help you as a man. Get out of those fucking emotions that are put in there by your mother. That's why when you sit with women, you become like a woman. That's why when a man has been staying with women for too long, he starts to exhibit those, even starts to look like a woman. Anaanza kuexhibit hizo to traits. Hawezi mtrust, mnaweza panga kitu leo, kesho asubuhi change mind. Asema kaa jana tulikuwa twende lunch with some two married men. Biggest mistake I made, right? Soli and Ali. And we planned.
Should we carry those names?
No. Okay. If I wish there's a photo of Soli, you put it up. Yeah. Then the guy wakes up in the morning. We have a plan. We're going for lunch. His wife.
Yes. But his allegiance is to his wife, Kibe, not to you.
No, your allegiance is to your word as a man.
Okay.
Not to human beings. It's to your word as a man. Why did you agree to this shit?
But
who the is your wife?
But plans can change, though. We can change our
plans. Plans can change.
Yeah, we can change plans.
Yeah, because you're a woman.
So Kibe, you could wake up
woman.
You could wake up this morning and tell me.
Was not for women, because women change their minds all the time.
Okay.
In war, if you desert me, I'm supposed to kill you. And I will be given an award.
When there are women in armies now, though.
Yeah, America became stupid. But countries that are not stupid don't have women in army or in the disciplined forces.
So do you think there's no women in the army in countries like China.
No, I'm not saying I don't know the.
I think all
I
countries
don't know which
have women in the
countries
army.
have, but it's a very stupid thing. Yeah,
To have a woman in the army.
To have a woman doing this type of thing. How is she going to stop a man?
How is she? Because of the power of a bullet. You give a bullet even to a 5-year-old child, they can stop a king, a president. They can stop.
You're just arguing for the sake of it. No. Like now, two men and two police officers who are men, and one police officer who's a man and a woman. Who would you prefer to come to answer the distress call at your house?
That's a good question.
Tags are there.
That's a good question. I would prefer to have the gun myself and take care of
No, I've just asked you about this too. So forget about what's happening in your house. You prefer the dudes, right? Because you know the dudes are going to sort out whatever problem. The woman is a liability.
But
she's probably going to get bomolewed by those tags.
To give credibility.
Are you see what I'm saying?
To give
she's
credibility.
a liability.
Let's give credit to the women cops.
They do not allow, or rather they should not allow women in submarines.
Why? Because in an enclosed space, there will be...
Bro, women and men are not supposed to be working in the same place, especially not in the disciplined forces. Yeah, there's too much testosterone there.
Okay.
Yeah, for that to happen. And the women slow down the men. Women, their exercises are less than men. You know that?
I didn't know that.
So if men are running 10 kilometers, women are given 5.
Really?
And the time that they're supposed to finish is very different from the men.
Have you been in the army, Kibe?
But you're telling me these people are going to go fight the same enemy.
Wait, have you been in the army?
Just go with me for a second.
Okay.
A woman is supposed to run 100 meters maybe in 15 seconds. A man is supposed to run 100 meters in 10 seconds. Yeah, or maybe, let's say woman 20, the man 15. Normal, kawaida human being like me and you.
Well, I probably would do it in longer, but...
Yeah, so 15 seconds, 20 seconds. Why? We're fighting the same enemy. The enemy doesn't care whether it's a man or a woman on the other side. So why dilute the forces by bringing women to reduce the average speed? Physically, a woman and a man are very different. I mean, physically, it doesn't matter what you say.
No, but let's go to the boxing. When we go to boxing, if men want to go boxing, you can't get any normal 50-year-old and another 50-year-old and put them in a ring together. They have different levels, I think, of weight, and they'll be fighting according to the
levels of weight. So are you saying the same weight category of a man and same weight category of a woman, it would be an equal match?
I would imagine that there's some credit in that.
No, it wouldn't. Just stop being silly. You're being silly now.
No.
Are you telling me the same weight guy would run the same distance?
Not in boxing. With a gun. So long as you have a gun. So long as you are smart.
Let's go to guns.
Yeah.
The best marksmen in this world are women?
I don't know.
They're not. Yeah.
I only know one guy from Turkey. Let's put up the picture of that guy from Turkey in Russia in the Olympics.
So my point to you is this: the place where women excel is in getting babies, and raising them. That's the only thing the man cannot do. Everything else, the woman falls short of what the man can do. It doesn't matter which discipline. It doesn't matter what it is you say. Like now, the guy who was number 450 in swimming. Listen to this.
Yes.
This guy was uko chini in swimming in men's category. Let me finish that point. Yeah. He crossed over and became trans, and he's number 1 in the women's. The most useless man in tennis can beat the number 1 female tennis player. This is just genetics. It's not me saying it.
But what we're talking about here is endurance sports. So tennis, there's lots of running.
Show me one sport where women do better than men. One.
I would imagine that.
Even indoor sports, even darts.
No,
even chess, something that you use the brain.
Yes, but I'm only imagining. Just because we have not put them out on the map doesn't mean that they're not there. It is possible that because of ideologies
let's talk about things that are real.
Yeah.
That's not real. So right now, there's no woman who does anything better than a man.
There must be.
Not even business. Things that where you don't need to be physically fit.
But isn't it possible that it is because women have not been given opportunities to excel in business and all these other things because of the glass ceiling?
Like Oprah.
I don't know.
Like Caroline Mutoko. They don't have the opportunities.
I mean, probably they have a ceiling that stops them from.
Which ceiling? Have you got into the ceiling?
Have I got to the ceiling yet? I hope that there's no ceiling for me.
Yeah, so maybe there is no ceiling
but
for them.
But I think there's a ceiling. As a black man, there's a ceiling for me, and shattering it is going to take a lot of work.
What do you mean as a black man?
As a black man, because I feel like for the past, I'd say the past 6 years, maybe since the George Floyd thing happened, I feel like it's been the best time to be a black person because you would excel in any field because the barriers that were there were taken away. But I feel like now the barriers are actively being put back. There were no barriers because nobody was...
Talk about things that are real. Like what? When you say black man...
For instance, you'd see that there are people in some quarters...
We talk about you.
Talking about me?
Yeah.
No, for me, my
tradition... As a black man, so you as a black man, what are the barriers that were there that made it impossible for you to succeed?
I believe that when I applied to my position, I was actively picked because they were specifically looking for black...
So it was DEI. You're a DEI hire.
You could, when you say DEI hire, it has a negative connotation to it. I think I was qualified for the role, I was qualified for the sport, but because there were other barriers that were there for me, because
either you're DEI or you're not. Are you a DEI hire?
I would not say I'm a DEI hire.
So you are qualified?
I was qualified.
And they employed you?
Yes.
And what's the problem with that?
The problem is that the other folks may not get
No, we're talking about you.
What's the problem with that?
Oh, you are qualified and they hired you.
Yes.
So you're not a DEI hire.
I will not say I'm a DEI hire, even if
so
they actually
you are you are qualified and they employ you. Mm-hmm. What's the problem? Why are you talking about what is this black man nonsense?
The ceiling here is then this sense. When you look statistically, you would see that black people would be.
Let's talk about Johnson. Johnson is a black man in America.
Yes.
He applied for a job as a professor, and he was given. And now they've trusted Joab Johnson Ogato to stand in front of the class and teach people whatever he knows, whatever they hired him for.
Yeah.
Okay. Where is the black man story coming from?
The black man story is coming from the fact that I am black. Because people will imagine that because I am black, I may not be qualified enough.
How long have you been working there?
I've been teaching now for 4 years.
4 years?
Yeah.
So you're probably doing something right.
I'm excellent in my thing.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah. So what's the problem?
No, for me,
why are you going back to being a black man?
No.
Aren't you living in white America?
There are other black men.
No.
My daughter is black. I got to think about her.
Nobody cares about other people. We're talking about you.
Okay.
Forget about Malcolm X and Tupac. Yeah. Let's talk about Joab Johnson Ogato.
Okay.
Is he living the American dream?
Am I living the American dream? Well, I live in Canada actually, so am I living the Canadian dream?
You live in Canada, okay.
Yeah, so
you're teaching in Canada?
Yeah, I live the Canadian dream, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you made it from North Mugirango, traveled all that way.
Yeah.
And now you're a professor teaching other people who probably don't even have your skin color. And they've trusted you.
Yeah.
And you stand there and you teach them every day. Why the fuck are you talking about blackness? You have made it.
Why am I?
The rest of them, if they want to die, they die. You have made it. You found the secret. You went. You did what had to be done. You knew what you had to do.
But you
no, there's no but.
Yeah.
Because you're a professor.
Okay.
So meaning you spend the time it was needed to study. You did, bro. Just imagine to get to a point where you're a professor. That right now they are waiting for Joab Johnson Ogato to leave Kenya and go back and teach. Where the blackness is.
So what I'm talking about here, though, is this: there's someone actively step up to create those opportunities for people like me.
What do you mean?
So,
who's that? Who stepped up to make that opportunity?
So the person who decided to hire me actively created that opportunity for me.
So the position never existed?
The position, no, it existed. I mean,
so did you apply like everybody else?
Yes, I applied like everybody else.
So were you qualified?
Yes, I was qualified.
So why are you talking? Which person are you this?
So what I'm saying now is that the people who are coming after me, who you're telling me that I should ignore, while they are qualified, they will not even get an opportunity to put their foot in the door.
Why are you special?
Am I special? I mean, I'm not special.
So why do you think this opportunity only exists for you?
It doesn't only exist for me. It should also exist for them. But
are you the only professor to come from Kenya in Canada?
No, I'm not the only one.
What about America?
I know of at least 2 others in Canada.
What about America? There are many professors in America.
In America, there's many Kenyans that I've met who are professors.
That are professors. In the UK, everywhere where there are Kenyans, they are professors.
Yeah.
The opportunities exist, grab them. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Let's get out of our blackness. It is disgusting to hear you as a proud professor somebody who is proud of the job that you're doing, to go back into this victimhood of blackness.
But
because it does not affect you.
It is not about being a victim. It is about being real, about what is there in
what is your reality?
My reality.
Your reality is that you have a nice house.
Yeah.
You have a nice car. You're able to travel back and forth to your country whenever you want. You can even have so much leeway that you can even do podcasting. That's your reality. Somebody else's reality is their business, is not yours. Unless you've been sent by God to come and save the black man. Show me those receipts. Show me the SMS that God told you, go save the black nation. Where is it? Do you have it there?
I don't have that. I don't think that's my war to fight. I don't think it's my war to fight for the black man. Yeah. But the little that I can do is speak up so that speak up so that it's known that there are barriers for the success of black people.
Why don't you tell us your story? I don't think that would be a more powerful thing.
Probably.
What do you mean probably? Why don't you tell us your story and say, hey, listen, this is my story. I left this place, I traveled. The first time I saw an underpass, I went here, I did this, and then I managed, and this is what I did to get here. And these are the tricks that you can use, the resilience that you need, and you need to get here. That is a better story than you telling a story about blacks and 400 years of you being mistreated. You don't know that story. You don't know.
Well, I don't know the story. I have read about it.
No, tell us the story you have lived. Your story is more powerful. Don't tell us what you read. I want to hear.
But let me ask you.
You left, you struggled to get your visa. You had to sleep you had to sell your diabs. Then when you went into Canada, you had to wash, you had to sleep with this big fat white woman to get your papers. And when you got your papers, then it was time to call the love of your life into Canada. Those are the things you tell us. But don't tell us about 400 years what you read. I can read it. Tell me where to go read. You tell me your story. You get the difference.
I hear what you're saying.
Tell me where to go read.
I hear what you're saying. I can read
just like you.
But like I said, I have decided that not to be my war. I have decided not to make a war, talking about, hundreds of years of the emasculation of black men and whatnot. But what I can do, though, is talk about what is there now. Because there is active pushback against the progress of black people.
Isn't it better to hear your story and how you succeeded against all that active pushback?
Can't we have both?
No, we can't.
My
because your story is better than what you've read. I want to hear what you have been through. Yeah. So whatever you think you know is nonsense. What have you been through? How did you succeed? That's the story. I want a simple story.
So that's a better story.
It's a much better story. When you go to South Mugirango,
just because it's a better story doesn't mean that there's no other story to talk about.
Let the other people deal with their problems. That's not your problem.
But
your problem is what you dealt with and you overcame. So tell us how that story looks like. That story looks like and how you overcame. That's a much better story than telling us about how the white man is trying to keep. No, you're a professor. You're a professor.
But you see,
so the white man is trying to do nothing. These are just hurdles in life.
I feel like if we don't speak about it, then it sort of becomes
where are you speaking about it? Where are you speaking about it?
Why am I speaking about
it? Where? Which forums?
So I speak about. So every time I'm talking to my students, the very last class, I will tell them to give opportunities to black people.
That's bullshit.
Because I have majority white students.
You need to stop that. You need to stop that victimhood.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you're not doing them right. You need everybody to exist in their own independence. Yeah, because you have been given you created the opportunity for yourself. You realize, bro, in Kisii, I'm not making it. Because 2003, first things first, I must go see this shit. Bro, those are the stories we like to hear. Yeah?
Let me ask you
you want to hear the story of me working so hard in 1 year and then realizing that I had all this money in my account and I could buy the car that I want to buy. Where is the white man coming in that story? Mera nikiwa state sikuwa na driver license, nilikuwa naendesha gari hizo gari mkiwa nikiendesha. I didn't have a driver's license. Hata nikisimamisha na karo aje fiti, I don't know how mtu ana story mob. Those are the stories we want to hear. These are the operations here tujui.
Weren't you afraid when you didn't have a driver's license?
Afraid for what? America is so easy.
Growing up, did you ever get corporal punishment growing up?
All the time. Me, I was a bad boy. Yeah, so everywhere I got corporal punishment. But now when I go to America, because I didn't have the papers to drive.
Yeah,
I had to be at my best behavior. Everybody does that.
Yeah,
very few arrests of Kenyans in America because of bad behavior.
Yeah,
because we know what we're there to do. So those are the stories I want to hear from you guys who are in the diaspora. Don't tell us about what the white man has been doing to the black man there. We want to know why you are still there. How many years have you been in America? I mean, in Canada.
This is my almost 10 years.
How did you survive the 10 years?
Well, by working hard,
Thank
I guess,
you.
And following the
Those
law.
are the things we need to hear.
Yeah.
So the people in your village or the people who are listening to you, they need to hear, how did you overcome? Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Now, that one I can sit here and talk all day.
But, if we were to talk about the reality on the ground, though, majority of the Kenyan people that we're talking about who live in America, while they are working hard, they may not be in places where they wish to be.
As opposed to?
As opposed to...
Who is where they wish to be?
They would wish to probably be doing something better than what they are doing right now. But because of who they are, because of where they came from,
I wish I was on Joe Rogan. I wish this time I would be spending with Joe Rogan, but I have to spend it with you.
Okay.
So wishes mean nothing. Yeah.
I hear what you mean.
Yeah. So don't be a captain. You know what a captain is?
No. What is a captain?
Captain Save-A-Ho. Yeah. Stop fighting other people's fights, bro. You're doing so well. You have such a nice podcast, nice setup.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're doing so well. You're thriving. You even have enough resources now to start a family. You're doing so well.
Yeah.
Get out of this victimhood and stop selling it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because victimhood is not part of you. It's something they put in your head when they were teaching you to be a professor. Yeah. And now you are carrying it every day.
You think that education is meant to inculcate victimhood? Is that what you're saying?
It does, especially in the Western universities. They do that.
How do they do it?
They teach a lot of victimhood because the person who is teaching you is a loser.
Okay.
So he has to put all that loserness in all of you.
So Kibe, you just turned me around into a loser and you just said because I'm a teacher, essentially.
I mean, look at what you're doing at the end of the class. You're going into victimhood. You've taught so well how to regenerate even dicks. And then at the end you say, hey, and make sure you eat at black-owned restaurants. F*** the blacks. Yeah. F*** everybody, including you. You must get what you want to get in this life.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give it to you. Go out there and get it. It belongs to whoever gets it.
Yeah.
You reached out to have this podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, just think about that. I am in Nairobi. I exist. You took a chance and said, let me call. As soon as you got those contacts, you were able to communicate, and here we are.
Yeah.
But if you had said, oh, Kibe is very evil, Kibe doesn't talk to people nicely, would I be here? No. You would never know what you don't know.
When people are calling me, when I told a couple of my friends that I'm going to have Kibe on the pod, they told me, watch out, because Kibe might take over your pod.
Oh, yeah.
But I think that do you think you're misunderstood?
I don't even care.
You don't care. Why don't you care?
It has, no monetary value.
But don't you think that you thrive on the ideas that you create in people's minds about who you are, and that's why you have such a huge following, and that should make you care?
No, I don't have a huge following. I'm just followed by one person. Me.
Okay.
So every time when I talk, when I do my shows, I'm doing them for myself. Audience of one.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't care whether 100,000 people watching or not. It's audience of one. That's why even when I did the book, I wrote it for myself. So the influence, what you're getting, and you can see, if you read the book, right?
Yeah.
The 28 commandments are my examples.
Yeah.
I didn't use another person's examples. I said, hey, this was me. Remember, I did this and went here.
You only talked about other people's examples and you're talking about bad things. I remember you talking about people like Mr. Nganga and Mr. Diabs and people like
but in jest.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all the experiences are mine. Because that's what I know.
Yeah.
So if you gravitate towards that experience and you not just gravitate, relate, then.
Do you think it's important to have people in your life? As a man, do you think it's important to have like one or two people who will hold you either accountable or support you as you work towards your dream? And I'm only saying this because in the book you say that you went to the demonstrations and you were there with Eric and with I forget the name of the other guy, the security guy.
Caris,
yes. So would you say that you need these people? Every man needs someone in their corner to. In order to move forward in their dream?
Not in that sense. You see, Eric is somebody I call upon when I need him. Yeah, he has his own private life.
Yeah,
his own thing that he's doing. But if there's something that can bring us together, I call upon him and tell him, Eric, I need you here. I need us to do this. So he finds time or he organizes, because that's his part in my life.
Yeah.
Okay? Caris is a security guy. The one who makes sure that nobody's going to do shit to me.
Yeah.
That's another person who, you see the role they're playing in my life.
Yeah.
It's not that you abstract that we just hang out. That doesn't make sense to me.
So you don't have like close friends who'd say that, this is my ride or die guy that I'm hanging out with.
That doesn't exist, bro. That doesn't exist. These are functional relationships.
George I.Q. Watson was your very good friend. Or
very functional relationship.
Okay.
Yes.
So if it wasn't serving the function, he'd not be in your life.
I mean, these days we don't talk with him. There's nothing to talk about, because the function that was having us talking, it does not exist.
Did your friendship? Would you say that your friendship died?
There's nothing like friendship. The day another function, the day something else comes up, hey George, hey, I need this from you.
Yeah.
If he needs something, he's going to call me. But this friendship it's a woman-based kind of relationship.
Okay.
Where I have to check on you.
So people don't need friends.
For what?
So Kibe,
I can stay 3 weeks without calling this guy, and I call him.
Yeah.
It will be, hey, Negro, tomorrow what are we doing?
Yeah.
We don't. Hey, nani mekomis? Hey, uko aje? How is the family? I think I've asked him about his daughter only once this year. Yeah. If he has something to say, he will tell me. If he has a problem, he will tell me. Same with me.
Yeah.
But it's just, can we work together with this person? It's a functional relationship.
Yeah.
Yes. Even when your parents stop being functional.
You did ride 47. And my understanding, from social media and from reading the book, you did ride 47 because you were trying to rediscover something, or find something in Kenya or something like that. Would you say that is true? My interpretation is true?
Okay, not exactly that. When I did Ride 47, I was actually looking for something. I was bored. I was like, man, what can I do? My content is not giving me as much satisfaction as it did before.
Yeah.
And I'd been cancelled heavily 2024.
Yeah.
Because
of the demonstration?
No, because it was just a whole thing. So
Yeah.
the demonstration was the last nail on the coffin. So, and I was all over the place, Nini. So I'd been really cancelled.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to hear my stories. I was like, man, I need to get my mojo back. How do I do that?
Yeah.
I was like, man, let me look for something that challenges me completely. So I talked to a buddy of mine called Isa at the coast. And I told him, hey, bro, you want to do something wild? We go around this country in 47 days.
Yeah.
All counties.
Oh, it was 47 days.
47 counties in 47 days.
So I didn't get the 47 days part. I only got the 47 counties.
Yes, 47 counties in 47 days. I didn't want to spend...
So 1 day a county.
1 day a county. So we mapped it out. The closer it came to it. So Isa was not able to make it.
Yeah.
One reason or the other. But I was fortunate enough to get some 2 guys who, by the way, they just brought themselves. Micah and Daniel.
Yeah.
Somehow found a way that we did the 47 counties in 47 days.
Yeah.
So when I went around the counties, I realized, Allah, Kibe, you are a star. And not just a star, a superstar.
Yeah.
Why were you thinking of yourself like a puny?
Yeah.
Because of these puny people on the internet. But on the ground, you guys, you are loved like crazy. Like, okay. So every county we went, I just kept going bigger and bigger in my head. And I'm like, okay. I had let my imagination get the better of me. And then now my mojo decided to come back. And I was like, okay, I'm still here. And by the time I was coming back to Nairobi, bro, it was wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was just that. I was bored and I wanted something to do. So I came up with that challenge. And it was extremely challenging. One of the most challenging things I've ever had to do in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm glad that I managed to do it, because now when I look back, I can say, if I did that, what is this? You get, like,
What are the challenges
I got
you faced?
the biggest bullies. 47 counties in 47 days. Doing over 300 kilometers a day.
On a bike.
On a motorcycle that is 250cc, you cannot go more than 100 kilometers an hour. And you don't even have money. You don't have the right gear. The first day I rode with a funny helmet to Machakos. Then the helmet was brought from Nairobi to Machakos, now the right one that I was supposed to use. If I had fallen I fell twice. If I had fallen with the first helmet, you guys, I would probably be dead.
Was it a bad accident?
Yeah,
the 2 accidents, were they bad?
They were dramatic, let's say that. Because I was standing and then, and I'm tall. You guys fell from here, back huko.
You were standing on the bike while
I was chasing Micah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or was it in a rocky
So we got
terrain?
to a place where the mchanga was like this.
Okay.
And the bike just went in there.
Yeah.
It was thrown. Wah! And I was like, fuck. So that was the second time. But yeah, it is, the challenge was so big for me because I was removed from my comfort zone.
Yeah.
Things like this. This is me. Me, I like living like this. My equipment, nini. You guys, I'm out there in the bundos. You guys,
I saw the couple of hotels that you were sleeping in.
bruh, out there in the bundos, totally out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And every morning, if you drink tonight, every morning you have to wake up, park the bike because you have to park the bike. It takes another maybe 10 minutes, which was very tedious for me. And then now plan the route, how we going, and now go.
Yeah.
Another 200-300 kilometers that day. Yeah, so it was extremely challenging, but a lot of fun, and made me realize I could do a lot more than I thought I would.
Would you consider doing something like that across the world?
Oh yeah, I would love to. I've even written to a couple of these companies. Tell them, give me a couple of bikes.
Yeah.
Let me take my boys. We've already proved we can do Kenya. Let's do Africa.
Yeah.
Once we're done with Africa, let's go to Asia. Let's go to India. Let's go to China. Let's go to America, Australia. I would love to do it. And if I can make it work, I'll make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things I want to do is to walk across Canada.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, maybe not walk, but cycle and kayak. So I'll probably, get a bicycle, a simple bicycle, and get an inflatable kayak. And then
Then attach something at the back there.
That would make it heavy. So I want it just to be like a carrier at the back of the bike, not something I'm drawing, like something that's on the bicycle.
And your clothes?
My clothes, I'm a simple guy, so I'll probably have a handful of clothes.
Which is the best time to do it? During the warmest time?
During the warmest time. So it's probably not possible to do it in the 3-4 months when we have the summer. So I'll probably do it over a couple of years. So right to this point and, come back the following year and the following year and so on and so forth.
Oh, that's how you're thinking. Oh, it's not that in Mfululizo.
Mfululizo I can do. What I can do immediately in Mfululizo is walk something we call the Bruce Peninsula Trail. So you walk from a place called Tobermory to Niagara Falls. You probably heard of Niagara Falls. And that's probably a 40-day walk in the forest. So I fear bears, so I want to face bears, and maybe I don't know what I'm trying to achieve, doing that.
Yeah. So I think where I saw Mlamua yesterday
in China.
In China,
yeah,
and he did a bungee jump. And I think his mic was still connected.
Yeah.
So he kept saying, "I faced my fears. I faced my fears." And I was smiling. I was like, yeah, go on, Mulauma, come on.
Yeah.
You faced your fears.
Yeah.
You face that fear, bro. Let that thing kill you. Bro, I was so afraid that you're doing that ride.
Yeah.
I remember we were coming from Lodwa. That was a combination of two things. Moyale.
Yeah.
I'd taken coffee and some nice shashamane. Because the part I figured and I got overwhelmed and I was like, man, this is the best thing I've ever done. I could feel tears. You know those tears? You guys like crying. I could feel those tears coming up. Bro, I had to stop the bike.
Let this be a proof that Kibe cries.
Yeah. I could feel the tears. I got extremely emotional because I'd never seen the world the way I'm seeing it. So it was so massive.
Yeah.
It was so massive. I felt this is so huge. Because there was nothing on the left or on the right. There were no houses, there were no people, no buildings, nothing. Bro, you've never seen anything
just the
like
road.
that. Bro, there are no trees.
Yeah.
So when you see all the way to the edge of the earth, you see all the way to the edge of the earth.
Yeah.
There's nothing to see.
Just you and your two friends.
Just my two friends are Ukombele. Me, I'm alone here. The bike is supposed to go to 100. The stundu and the coffee are working on me. Now my paranoia is working and I'm seeing the world. I'm saying we're about to fall off the edge of the universe. I stopped the bike before I became a bitch and started crying.
Yeah.
I took out my helmet. I was like, what the is going on, man?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I totally understand some of the things people do, like walking, like you saying you want to walk. Do it. Let the bears kill you, my guy.
I love bear spray.
Yeah, I mean,
hopefully it helps.
Exactly. But
if a bear shows up,
you do what you need to do.
Yeah, but I think I'd be very scared if I met a bear face to face.
You probably shit yourself.
Most likely. Most likely. You there's something you talk about mastery in your book, mastering something, and you talk about when you met this guy when you're playing pool, and the guy was an older guy, and he kept beating you, and you asked him, and he told you the reason why I'm able to beat you is because I practice the same shot every day. I don't need variety. I need mastery. you think we all need mastery in our lives? One thing.
That's a quickest way to success.
Yeah.
Because, everybody wants a master.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, we sit at the feet of masters. Like now, if you have a problem with your drainage,
I'm going to call a plumber probably.
The plumber, once you open the door and it's a plumber, you already have heshima for him.
Yeah.
Because he's coming to fix a problem for you.
Yeah.
So people normally would remove their shoes. You tell him, no, not
just come in.
You are a special one. First, because his socks probably smell like shit.
Yeah.
But also, because he doesn't need to. He's coming to sort out a bigger problem than me having to clean up my floor.
Yeah.
So, rush, go deal with the problem. Yeah. He's a master. So, masters get a seat at the table. Even if you're a master of making buttons, you get a seat at the table as a master. So, you send Bolt, Messi, Ronaldo, all those masters sit at the same Michael Jordan, Nani, they all sit at the same table.
Yeah.
Even if you're a master of darts, you're going to sit with them on the same table.
Yeah.
Yeah. So master something. Yeah. Like now, in 2023, I won the SASMA award.
What is that?
It's called the South Africa Social Media Star of the Year award. So I was the Social Media Star of the Year for that, from my mastery of the podcasting. There was nobody else who could win that. It was just me, because there's only one. There can only be one master. People like to hang around masters.
Let me ask you, how did you craft yourself into this beast?
But this was a good idea. It was good I listened to you.
Yeah. Why? Why was it a good idea?
No, it's keeping me busy, plus it's keeping me hydrated. Yeah.
So how did you craft yourself into becoming the beast that you became on social media?
I didn't know that I was going to become a beast. I was just doing.
Being yourself.
I was just doing. And at the time, when you don't have noise in your head, then it's easy.
Everything was signal.
Yeah, it's signal. So every time I hear my brain going this, I'm like, hey, signal, we don't have time. We don't have time for that nonsense. Because everybody knows what that is.
Yeah.
So living in your imagination, that is not signal. That is, what do you call it? Noise.
Yeah.
So signal is focusing on whatever it is that you've decided you want to focus on. So when I decided I want to focus on podcasting, that's all I did.
Yeah.
So even at the time, luckily, the job I was doing, the van that I was driving caught on fire. And that van used to take a lot of my time away from me. So
were you the one driving it?
No, it was just on the parking lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it just caught on fire. It was
must have been lucky.
It was summertime. So it was just one of those unfortunate things. So that van is one which would take a lot of time that I never had. So my YouTube was very erratic at the time.
Yeah.
Because if I'm driving the van, I can't do YouTube. So today I do YouTube, tomorrow I don't do. Today I do, tomorrow I don't do.
Yeah.
When the van chomekat, so me and George, we agreed. We said, okay, let's focus on this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So help me focus on my YouTube. So the jobs that I have to do between my YouTube time, we find somebody else, or he could pick them up. And then me, I would focus on the YouTube. So make sure that we do the YouTube every day. So now there's a responsibility, shared responsibility between George and I.
Yeah.
That there's no way he's going to linger to do my job. He's going to do my work, and then me, I don't do the YouTube.
Yeah.
So it was, iron sharpens iron.
Yes, you help each other.
So I have to do the YouTube. Because he has done the job.
Yeah.
So so I focused on that, and now I started growing it, and then I realized what more tools do I need, just like you. Which lights do I need? I had the noisy lights. Do I get this? Do I get that?
Yeah.
You just keep building yourself. Before you know it, you have a following, and you're like, fuck, where did these people come from?
Yeah.
I never went to their houses to tell them to come and listen to me. So the beast exists inside you in the form of doing.
Yeah. True.
As simple as that. The beast exists inside you in the form of doing. When you do, you're walking towards mastery.
Yeah.
And one day people will call you a master without even you considering yourself as one.
Do you think that there's something we are all called to do, or something we're very good at, and maybe there's something holding us back from that? Because let's say you're in a full-time employment, and that full-time employment is holding you back from achieving that thing that you'd like to become good at.
No. There's nothing holding you back. You're exactly where you want to be.
Okay.
There's nothing holding you back. Because the people who want to do whatever you want to do, you want to do. Is there something holding you back from taking a shit? Either you're going to take a shit here, or you're going to go to the loo.
If the toilet is away.
Exactly. But there's nothing holding you back.
Yeah.
You're exactly where you should be. Because can you wake up somebody?
From sleep?
Or
lift them up to stand up?
From unconsciousness into consciousness?
It might need some, and it's very strong energy.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That person has to wake up themselves.
Yeah.
So wherever they are, they have to fix that shit and wake up and come. Mm-hmm. So the only people you can deal with are people who are awake.
Yeah.
If you're not awake,
take care of yourself.
You deal with your struggles. I don't know, how am I supposed to help you?
Yeah. Yesterday I saw something in Uganda where Museveni said that he's running for office again. But what he says in essence is that I'm running for office for the very last time. So come out in large numbers and vote for me because I have projects to finish.
Yes.
Do you think we need to understand that it's time for us to exit the stage so that, we can, while we are still strong, so that we can observe someone else dancing on our stage?
Think about how strong someone like Museveni is. Mm-hmm. The Ugandans are not weak people. Think about it. Okay. Ugandans are not weak by any... Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I feel like they are fearful.
Of what?
Of oppression by the government as opposed to Kenyans.
Have you been to Uganda?
Yes, I have been a couple of times.
Those guys, they eat, they drink, they party like crazy, they fuck. Mm-hmm. They enjoy their country and that silly English they speak. They love it. They're oppressed by who? Only Kizza Besigye and Bobby Wine are the ones who are oppressed. And Bobby Wine is being paid by Gava. Okay. Do you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Really?
Government security, government house, government everything.
Hey.
Yes.
So this guy is just there to create some confusion.
This is the game.
Okay.
This is their game. So whenever they play their game, ask guys, why are we getting involved? So when you look from outside...
Besigye is playing a game too?
Everybody's playing. You think Rigiji is playing a game?
Honestly, I think so.
Bro, they're all playing a game. The only person who's being played is you.
True. Yeah. Because all these guys are friends.
Podcast.
Because when I think about it, all these guys are friends. Rigiji and Ruto and, whoever, they've been friends before. It's like, if you and me are friends today and, like you said, that functional relationship, maybe tomorrow we're not functional, but 5 years from now we are functional again.
Does it work for us?
Because when I look at Ruto and Raila, they were friends in 2007. And in 2022, we were here in the streets fighting for Raila or Ruto. Yeah. And now they are together again. Yeah. Because they're friends, they probably even run businesses together and stuff like that. You've been to Raila's place. What do you think? Is his interest in us or is his interest in himself? Is Raila your personal friend, would you say?
No, I met him a couple of times. But
okay.
I wouldn't say he's my personal friend. I don't even think he knows me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe he knows of me.
Yeah.
He doesn't even remember whether we met or not. But this is their game.
Yeah.
If you want to play the game, get in. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But from outside, us guys don't know what's happening. We're like kids who are watching WWE. You think those kids know that shit is fake?
When I was a kid, I didn't know it was
exactly,
fake.
Bro. Oh my God, this guy's jumping high. Many kids got maimed because of trying that shit until they had to do a public service announcement. This is not real. Mm-hmm. Okay? These are professional actors. Yeah. They even had to put these are professionals and don't try this at home.
Yeah.
So as a kid, so maybe as we're children, we will never understand the politics of these people.
True.
Because you're looking at it, oh my God, look at Raila. But who call them? They're like high-fiving in the evening.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So if you found out that was true, what would you do with that information?
I feel stupid, I think.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So I want you to start feeling stupid now. Mm-hmm. So unless you're playing the game, why would you have an opinion? You watch like a spectator.
True. So I'm happy being a spectator.
Yes.
Man, Kibe, it's been fun having you on this show, man.
It's been really
you're always a great vibe. There's this, as we're learning this plane, there's this tradition we have here where I treat all my guests as presidents who are basically leaving office. So I brought this from the US. And so in the US, when the president is leaving office, they normally give a letter. They leave a letter written to the next president who's coming into office. And so since all we do here is have a conversation and ask questions, the guest who was here most recently left a question for you. And you're also going to get an opportunity to leave a question for the next guest on the show. And so your question is, what would you do or say if you were to go back in time that probably altered how you live now, positively or negatively? Man, I don't understand this question at all.
It doesn't make sense, huh?
For me, it doesn't. Maybe it does to you.
No, I mean, I think that's why I wrote the book.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think there are too many, there are 28 things I would not do. What is the one thing that if I was to go back in time, I would want to change? I mean, there's a chick I bombarded in Eldoret, man. That one, it hurt me to my core.
Why?
Because it was not something I wanted to do, bro. I hated myself. Mm-hmm. And you know, I never hate myself when I bombard Chiles. But that day I was like, man, this one, it's like I bombard a dude. Yeah. Like, what the is this? My. You become a homosexual.
Oh, man.
My question to your guest and probably all your guests.
You're going to write it down. I normally don't see the question until the guest is right in front of me. Yeah. It's fine. I'm just going to do that.
Oh, so you're not going to read it until?
Yeah, until that. Yeah, I don't want to think about it, and start, framing it in my head. Man, thanks a lot for being here, Kibe, man. I hope that we were valuable enough for your time also for you to come here. And it's possible that, in my line of questioning, maybe I didn't ask a right question at some point to evoke a certain thing that you would have loved to say. But as you're parting shot right now, you can tell the folks, one thing.
No, enjoy every moment of life. Mm-hmm. So I watched Andrew Tate and his brother sitting on a bench somewhere, discussing about the good times and the bad times. And Andrew Tate told his brother, years from now, this will be the good times. We shall sit back and remember this moment. So yesterday I was with a friend of mine called Ben, and we were strategizing how we're going to, do this and do that and do that. And I was saying, things are take Nini. I was like, hey, these are the best times. Because once whatever comes, then that has no story. Mm-hmm. The story is in when you are looking for it. The story is when you are hustling. The story is when you are chasing it down. It may not look like it, because for you right now, there are some things you can't access. You want that car, or you want that girl, or whatever it is that you want. There's some things you can access now, and that might weigh on you. Mm-hmm. So I don't want it to weigh on you, because these are your best times. As long as you don't die, these are your best times. You have a place to sleep, food to eat. That's it. Mm-hmm. You shall deal with issues tomorrow, because nobody knows what's coming tomorrow. The only time we have is here, right now, me and you.
Yeah.
We can plan for tomorrow, just like Charlie Kirk. Mm-hmm. But nobody knows about tomorrow. So we don't know there's a sniper somewhere waiting for me. Why should I worry about that? I only worry about this time that I'm spending with Joab and his beautiful daughter. Stories zingine mob tuachane nazo.
True. Thanks, man.
That's what's up.
It's been awesome.
All right.
If you made it this far, I think it's because you did like this episode. So if you haven't yet, do subscribe to this channel. And remember to tell your friends to tell their friend.
Are you going to put up my book?
Yeah.
Put it up so that
let's put up the book again. Let's
with a link.
Can you plug the book? Where folks can find it and all that.
Yeah, so you can go to Gumroad. Mm-hmm. I'll put up the link.
Yeah, and we're gonna put the link in the description to the video.
Exactly. Yeah, just go to Gumroad, buy my book, 28 Commandments by Andrew Kibe. Mm-hmm. A Journey into Manhood. This book is not for females, although I know they would enjoy reading it. Mm-hmm. But I wrote it for myself, and the man that I have in mind is my 28-year-old young self. Mm-hmm. So if you find any value in it, it's because you're connecting with me.
Yeah.
But thank you for joining us. It's been real.
Mm-hmm. I love the book, man. Mm-hmm. It was interesting, like I said.
Asante.
Kwaheri.